You're watching Fox 17 News This Morning, your Code Red station.
Good morning. Right now on Fox 17 News this Wednesday, more on the plane crash in Giles County that claimed 2 lives. What we're learning about the final minutes of the flight.
One more cold morning. Do you want a cold or snowy Christmas? You're not going to get either. A warm up into the weekend coming up in your Code Red forecast.
It is 4 o'clock on the dot right now. Thanks so much for joining us for Fox 17 News this morning on this Wednesday. I'm Jennifer Waddell.
And I'm Erica Glover.
Getting right to some breaking news this morning in the traffic department. From Smoky Bar News, take a look at your screen at the pictures of a rolled over semi on I-65. This is north of Nashville. Smoky Bar News sharing these pictures on Twitter and Facebook earlier this morning. This has just happened within the last few hours. They say, we understand that this semi is in the median, but it's also blocking northbound lanes between White House and Cross Plains.
Yeah, delays are expected in both directions, as you could imagine by looking at this. Right now, Fox 17 News working to find out more about the crash. And of course, we'll update you both on air and online as new information rolls in.
And we have a breaking news update now here after the Middle Tennessee tornadoes. Clarksville now is reporting a 4th person in that area has died of tornado-related injuries, and that raises the statewide death toll now to 7.
78-year-old Penny Scroggins passed away Saturday. Clarksville now reporting that Penny lived with her son inside of a mobile home. Well, the tornado destroyed their home and injured both of them. John has been released, though, from the hospital.
It's just about 4:02 right now, and been more than a week, of course, since those tornadoes. In fact, we're approaching, close to 2 weeks since the deadly tornadoes, and so many people have been left without power, even still this morning.
Fox 17 News' Kylie Walker is joining us live in Madison. That is where more than a dozen customers still don't have power, and they're dealing with the freezing temperatures.
Yeah, I know latest numbers are showing that around 18 people do not have power. Those are the latest numbers. I know that doesn't sound that large compared to what we saw when the storm first hit, but that means that 18 households have not had any power or warmth, especially in this cold, for almost 12 days. Now, I want to show you the street that we're looking at now. It is a little bit dark, so it is kind of hard to see. We are in the Nesbitt Lane area of Madison. And as we were driving in, we did see some houses with just no lights on at all whatsoever, but a lot of these houses, I would say most of them, do have power. Now, NES says they have restored power to more than 47,000 households. Crews continue to replace broken poles and work on transmission lines, and they do say that most customers should have power restored Thursday, but they expect to have all customers who are able to receive power restored by Friday. So, of course, we'll continue to update you guys through the morning. We are hoping to also talk to some of these people who have not had power. Again, it's just very hard. We have temperatures in the 20s. It's very cold out here. So we want to make sure that they have some sort of heat or warmth. We'll check in with those families later this morning. For now, in Madison, Kylie Walker, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
Kylie, thank you. 4:03 is the time. And Greg, that warm up, when are we expecting the temperatures to increase?
Starting this afternoon, really. This morning, not that great. We're still in the 20s here to kick off the day. Right side of your screen, you're going to see our temperatures that are still cold for one more start to a day, but the afternoon looks fantastic. We'll be in the 50s and sunny. We're not going to be windy. Just one more cold start, then the warmth begins. And then what does it mean for holiday travel? I know, folks, this is a big getaway day when it comes to flights or even just driving, getting out of town, moving where you're going. Maybe that's what your forecast is going to be here when it comes to your life goals here. In the next couple of days, we'll take a look at it. Lunchtime today, though, maybe you're staying local. You're going, hey, I'm here in Nashville. You come to me. 44 degrees at 11 o'clock, 51 degrees at 1 p.m. Here we go. Holiday travel today. Atlanta, Charlotte, Birmingham, Cincinnati, St. Louis. They are all going to be dry and be very easy to navigate to if you are hitting the road later on this afternoon.
All right, Greg, thank you very much. Hey, speaking of hitting the road, check this out. We like to show you this I-40 at White Bridge Road camera early in the morning because we were fascinated by the number of truckers who use this part of the interstate to sleep. How many did you count?
12.
12 truckers pulled over on that huge shoulder, getting some rest. This is the most I've seen in a long time. But look, I mean, if you notice, that shoulder is as wide, if not wider, than the interstate itself. So just something to see here. No traffic issues, no crashes anywhere in the midstate.
We also have continuing coverage as the Federal Aviation Administration has now released a preliminary report following the deadly single-engine plane crash over in Giles County. That was back on December 7th.
It was, and the FAA now says that the plane took off from the Knoxville area to fly to Benton, Arkansas that morning. Registration information shows the plane, owned by 45-year-old Jenny Blaylock, who previously shared her journey as a pilot on her YouTube page. It's called TN Fly Girl. Giles County leaders told Fox 17 News that Blaylock and her 78-year-old father, James, died in the crash. That report also shows the plane changed altitude several times and then ultimately lost communication and went down after asking for help from air traffic control. If you'd like to read the full report, it's posted for you now at fox17.com.
Good news to report this morning in Clarksville. This is where they've got some big jobs coming their direction. We're going to tell you about one of the biggest investments that the city and the county has ever seen.
Welcome back to Fox 17 News this morning. While cleanup does continue in Clarksville from the deadly tornado, that community is also preparing for good news, a huge historic investment.
LG breaking ground on a new $3.2 billion facility. This was yesterday, but now Fox 17 News' Justin McFarland joining us live in Clarksville with more of the information about this big deal. Good morning, Justin.
Yeah, good morning. This came from LG Chem, who made that big investment just yesterday, a $3.2 billion facility that broke ground just yesterday and is promising to bring a lot of jobs. That $3.2 billion is more money than the city and the Clarksville community has ever seen before, and it's going to add to this industrial park here just off of I-24 to Exit 8 that has already been booming with all kinds of businesses, including the one back here behind me. This is the Microcroft business here that popped up a few years ago, and there's plenty more around it. Also lots of gas stations and restaurants to try and fuel some of the people who work at some of these plants. The governor talked about the resiliency of Clarksville, not just for the business acumen of this community, but also after the storms and their ability to make a comeback.
The heartache that's occurred here, but the hope that is in the community, strong commitment here by a great company to create jobs and opportunities. So we're here to celebrate that, here also to be mindful of what has taken place here in the last week and how this community, frankly, has come together to take care of their own.
Now, despite the happy news that this building of this plant is bringing, there's still a lot of cleanup happening here in Clarksville, and that cleanup will be ongoing for the next several days, weeks, months, and probably years as they try to rebuild from that EF2 tornado. We're live for you this morning in Montgomery County. I'm Justin McFarland, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
All right, Justin, thank you very much. Hey, by the way, do you know what LG stands for in LG Electronics?
I should, but I don't.
I had heard it years ago and I kind of forgot, so I looked it back up again. Lucky Gold Star.
Wow.
Was the original brand name, Lucky Gold Star.
The more you know.
There you go.
I mean, I've had phones from them for years.
I know, or refrigerators, or microwaves, or washing machines.
Things that are talking to you. You have no idea what's going on. I had no idea. Taking a look here. Jen here, giving us the education here at 11. After
we're
4
learning
o'clock,
together,
taking
guys.
a look here, taking a look at your Doppler radar. Nothing happening when it comes back home, when it comes to rainfall. Nothing today, tomorrow. Our next rain chance not going to be until we get into the upcoming weekend. Saturday and Sunday, a few isolated showers will move in, but your Wednesday, your Thursday, your Friday, all going to be dry. How do you track your weekend leading into Christmas? You get the Fox 17 Code Red Weather app. There it is right there on your screen. Now, maybe you're like my parents and you go, what do you mean scan a QR what? Well, there's the QR code if you know how to do it. If not, you can go to the App Store or the Google Play Store. Type in Code Red. The app is free. It is complimentary. We want you to have it, and you can have our radar with you when you're on the go this weekend.
Greg, thank you so much. 4:12 is the time, and now we're keeping a close eye on your Steer Clear traffic updates to see what it's looking like right now. And right now, just not a lot of folks on the highway. This is I-65 at Rosa Parks. This area looking very good. If you're heading out right now to I-65, again, Rosa Parks, you are given the green light.
At 4:12 this morning, a man is dead after a shooting in an alleyway in the Nashville area. We're going to tell you what we've learned about his attempt to get help.
And a Tennessee auto plant was the focus of worker protest. Why the calls for unionization are growing.
Back to you.
Welcome back. We have an update this morning from the FBI, who says hundreds of false bomb threats that were emailed to Jewish facilities across the country over the weekend, including 3 in Nashville, originated from outside the country. According to CNN, the perpetrators of the threats appear to be connected. None of them actually, though, involved in explosives or any credible risk to harm people.
Yes, so that's the good news, but we do know that more than 400 Jewish synagogues, schools, and other institutions have been threatened. They come amid a spike of threats against the Jewish community since the start of the Israel-Hamas war. Back here at home, Metro Nashville police say the man who was hurt in a North Nashville shooting just yesterday has now died.
Police say Dominique Bonds was shot in an alley over in the 1800 block of 15th Avenue North. It happened around 2:20 in the morning. And they say he was able to make it to a nearby apartment for help and was taken to the hospital where he later died. The motive, though, for this shooting is still under investigation. So if you have any information, you were asked to call Crime Stoppers. That number is 742-7463.
Protesters gathering on Capitol Hill calling for a ceasefire in the Israel-Hamas war. Our national correspondent Kayla Gaskins joins us now from Washington.
Demonstrators gathering in the Capitol Rotunda Tuesday, calling for an end to the violence in Gaza. They remained calm and respectful, but the demonstration was not authorized. Capitol Police making numerous arrests. A more intense scene playing out the night before in Manhattan. Anti-Israel protesters taking over Grand Central Station Monday evening, calling for an end to the state of Israel, chanting "From the river to the sea," while demanding an intifada.
There is only one solution! Intifada revolution!
Alec Baldwin caught in the New York chaos, the actor clashing with protesters. These slogans, chanted in New York, have been used historically as calls for violence against Israel and the Jewish people. Left-wing political commentator Bill Maher adding his thoughts.
It's hard to negotiate when the other side's bargaining position is you all die and disappear. I mean, the chant "from the river to the sea." Yeah, let's look at the map. Here's the river, here's the sea. Oh, I see. It means you get all of it, even though it's indisputably also the Jews' ancestral homeland.
Americans' views on Israel remain starkly divided, mostly by age. A Harvard-Harris poll conducted this month reports a majority of young Americans believe Israel should be ended and given to Hamas. Israel, the only democracy in the Middle East, Hamas, a designated terrorist group by the U.S. and the European Union. The United States maintains Israel's right to defend itself against terrorism and continues to work for a two-state solution to the conflict. In Washington, I'm Kayla Gaskins.
Kayla, thank you. Pretty soon we're going to learn the identities of a lot of folks associated with the disgraced financier Jeffrey Epstein. Fox 17 learning that a federal judge has ordered court documents from a 2017 settlement, a civil lawsuit, to be unsealed in just a matter of weeks. The list of names could include co-conspirators, associates, affiliates, and a whole lot of victims' names that may be redacted. Epstein died by suicide back in 2019 before he could go on trial for federal sex trafficking charges.
Right now, we know that volcano that has been erupting in Iceland is not expected to disrupt any flights, even though it is pretty close to their main airport. Look at some of the new video coming in this morning. This is still just fascinating to look at. What a wild situation unfolding there. We do know that many years ago, international travel did have an impact because of an eruption there. several closures over European airspace. But back in that case, there was concern that ash could damage jet engines. But again, this eruption not expected to produce that kind of a scenario. As of last check yesterday afternoon, the Icelandic government says international flight corridors are still open.
Wait, can you imagine flying over this?
No.
I'm going to say no thank you.
Right. From the air, I bet it looks like a wildfire, but
I'm thinking of worst case scenarios, so for me, I just can't do it.
2.5 miles long is the size of that fissure that's opened up. Wow. We said yesterday it reminds us of National Geographic footage.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Oh, 100%. Do you like figgy pudding?
No.
I have never had figgy pudding. I don't even know.
Are you
really
going to tell
what
me
it
it's
is.
National Figgy Pudding Day or something?
No, it's National Go Caroling Day.
Oh.
Bring us some figgy pudding.
Yes.
So,
What
yeah.
is? I need to look this up. I've never had it. I don't
Actually,
even
I've got
really
it right here.
know
Do you want to know what it is?
Yeah, what is it?
I can just tell you. It is a boiled pudding made with flour, figs, and other dried fruit traditionally eaten at Christmas.
I mean, I like figs. They're sweet.
So there you go. Little tidbit here at 4:19. A look ahead to Christmas. You never know what you're going to get whenever I'm talking to y'all. Here we go. 50 degrees at 7 o'clock and 58. Nothing's really changed for our Christmas forecast. We're going to have some showers that move in. Honestly and unfortunately, our best chance for rain is going to be on Christmas Day. We talked about this yesterday a little bit in our later hours, but if you're waking up with us here and you're moving out and getting up and about, here was last year. We had the rolling blackouts. 10 degrees was our temperature overnight when we got into December 22nd. Now the 23rd, 1 below, 5 on December 24th, and Christmas morning, you woke up to 14 degrees. So we have much better temperatures this year. We'll take a look at that coming up as we go into our 4:30 half hour.
Greg, thank you so much. Here's a live look and steer clear traffic. This is I-24 at Highway 96 out near Murfreesboro this morning. Looking really good. Very low volume. Here's the deal, though. Today, historically speaking, according to AAA, is the busiest travel day around Christmas. Folks are, calling it an early work week, hitting the road, getting where they're going in time for Christmas Day. So we'll be monitoring traffic very closely, live through 9.
Dozens of Volkswagen workers over in Chattanooga believe that it is time to go ahead and unionize. On Monday, they went ahead and protested, showing you some video here outside of the Chattanooga plant. The president of the United Auto Workers also came out supporting their effort. They accused the company of union-busting tactics, though. Volkswagen denies all claims of intimidation or illegal violations when it comes to worker rights.
The Preds' win streak comes to an end after they fall overnight. We'll tell you why this was such a tough matchup and more on tomorrow night's game.
And the Titans gearing up for a home matchup. Why the Seahawks are a dangerous opponent, though, even with the home turf advantage.
Welcome back to Fox 17 News this morning. Let's take a look at some of our sports headlines this morning. The Vancouver Canucks at Bridgestone last night. And unfortunately, we said yesterday this was going to be a tough matchup because both teams have been hot and Vancouver ekes out the win.
Yeah, so we're taking a look at some of the highlights from the matchup as both teams have been dominating lately, but it's still sad to see that 4-game win streak. It's out of here now. Canucks getting an early lead, sliding in 2 in the first period for a 2-0 lead. Preds tried to recover later in the game, but weren't able to defeat that lead. So the final score, Canucks 5, Preds 2. Next for the Preds, though, a match against the Flyers. That's happening tomorrow. Going to be a 6 p.m. game.
Well, the Titans are gearing up for a Christmas Eve game right here in Nashville. We're hosting the Seattle Seahawks this Sunday at noon. The Seahawks sitting at an even 7-7. Titans, of course, out of playoff contention. Still waiting to hear whether our quarterback Will Levis will be able to play Sunday after that ankle injury this past weekend. So we're waiting to hear about that. By the way, I was just talking to Greg. We were discussing, what's in it for the Titans at this point, right? We're out of playoff contention. We're playing for pride. But do we have the opportunity to knock anybody else around in the playoff contention? Greg confirms Seahawks are on the bubble. They would be the next team in if they could win here in Nashville. So perhaps, there are different motivations for this game.
So fingers crossed.
I mean, we want the win anyways.
Yeah.
Be a nice little
Playing
Christmas
for pride,
gift.
like you said.
I mean, if we can't get into the playoffs, my thing is wreck everyone else's season. That's where I am at when it comes to just a sports fan in general, whether it's baseball, basketball, or, football right here. Let's beat the Seahawks and just, kind of mess up someone else's season. Everyone else has messed up ours so far this year, so why not? Taking a look here, low temperatures last year. We've been talking about this here. We had the rolling blackouts. Man, the chin's been falling this for us here the last 48 hours. And this is what we saw last year around this time. We had temperatures at night, low temperatures that were barely in the teens, and at some points went below zero. That is not the case this time around. The weather story, another cold start. We're warming up going into the weekend. We'll have temperatures that are in the 50s, right near 60 degrees. Your holiday travel, nothing to worry about here when it comes to local driving. However, there are a few places in the country that are going to see some areas of some rain and some snow. We're going to work you through all that here as we go into our 4:30 half hour. Just know that this morning is not as cold as yesterday morning, but still cold right side of your screen. Your current temperatures are in the 20s this morning. You want to have the winter gear once again.
Greg, thank you. 4:26 is the time. We are keeping up with all of your Steer Clear traffic updates. Busy travel day for folks who are getting out for the holidays. Right now, we are going to load our computer and get a live look at I-24, Highway 96. I mean, there's no one out there right now. It's looking really, really good. We know that morning commute is going to pick up as we continue on. But right now, this live look at I-24, Highway 96 specifically, is looking very good.
And coming up, we're going to look at the power outages in Madison paired with this cold weather.
You're watching Fox 17 News This Morning, your Code Red station.
Now on Fox 17 News this Wednesday morning, an unsolved Christmas Day shooting and the update for the continued search for justice from this family.
Couple different live looks from the heart of Nashville to kick off your Wednesday morning. The Bridgestone Arena, bottom right. A live look at the skyline, top left. Currently 26 degrees in Nashville, 30 in McMinnville. Quick reminder, you can always find your time and temperature anytime on the right side of the screen.
And one of the busiest holiday travel days of the year. We're checking in with your Steer Clear traffic updates up until 9 o'clock.
Thanks so much for kicking off your Hump Day with us here on Fox 17 News This Morning. I'm Jennifer Waddell.
And I'm Erica Glover.
Let's get right to our top stories this half hour. A breaking news update right now as Metro Police say a third young carjacking suspect is now in custody. This is the wild story that we first brought you last week. Officers say a 16-year-old turned himself in finally overnight. That 16-year-old is accused of carjacking a woman with a knife last Wednesday. In addition to a 12-year-old and a 15-year-old, all connected to the crime, according to police.
Well, police also say that the three escaped from the Natchez Trace Academy in Waverly last Tuesday night. The 12-year-old and 15-year-old were both taken into custody last week as well. All three were booked into a juvenile detention center.
Breaking news from overnight. The Colorado Supreme Court has ruled former President Trump cannot appear on that state's ballot for the 2024 election.
This is a big story. In a shocking 4-3 ruling, the court says he's ineligible to do this because of, quote, incitement of the January 6th Capitol riot. A U.S. constitutional provision bars people who have engaged in insurrection from federal office. The court stayed its decision, or says their decision is going to be in place until January 4th or until the U.S. Supreme Court rules on this case. Trump's attorneys promised to appeal any disqualification immediately to the U.S. Supreme Court.
4:31 is the time right now, and it's been about a week and a half since the deadly tornadoes came through Middle Tennessee and left tens of thousands of people without power. The process to get everybody back online is still underway.
Fox 17 News' Kylie Walker joining us live in Madison, where some NES service crews and customers are still saying, yeah, we're working without power.
The latest numbers from NES show that around 18 households still do not have power. Again, that's the latest numbers. I know it may not seem like a lot compared to what we saw when the storm first hit, but that means 18 households without any power for almost 12 days, especially in this cold. We know it's in the 20s right now. I'll step out of the shot so you could see what we're looking at. Now, as we were driving in earlier this morning, this is the Nesbitt Lane area. We did see some houses that were just completely blacked out. Most of them do have some sort of lights. So we do know that most people in this area do have lights. Now, NES does say that they are continuing to work to get people that power. They have restored power to more than 47,000 people, according to their latest updates. They still have crews continuing to replace broken poles and working on transmission lines. The latest update that we got from them as well said that they were hoping to have everyone with that restored power by Friday. So we'll continue to stay on this and let you guys know what we're seeing. There was just a few deer that ran by as well, but we will try to talk to some of those customers in the morning. As it gets a little bit later, we'll knock on some doors, try to talk to people and see what they are experiencing. But for now, live in Madison, Kylie Walker, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
All right, Kylie, thank you. Today is the first day of what's considered a 19-day holiday travel season.
I'm sorry, 19 days. Who has 19 days off?
It's like the 12 days of Christmas, but it's the 19 days of travel, apparently. To your point, who has 19 days off? That our kids do.
Fantastic.
But they're not driving anywhere.
Enjoy.
B&A wants you to have a smooth journey no matter what your plans are over the next couple weeks.
Yeah, we're taking a live look right here near the exit. This is going to be a very busy area for, as you said, Jen, the next, I guess, 20 days. Really.
Yeah. So Nashville International Airport already up and buzzing this morning. No backups here, which is great news as we take a live look from our TDOT traffic camera. Airport says if you want your trip to go smoothly, few things. First of all, get there early. Even if you think you don't need 2 hours, you do. We've experienced it ourselves, so we're just passing along some friendly advice. Leave yourself plenty of time to find where you're going to park, then walk or take a shuttle to wherever you need to go. For example, the departures concourse. Also, check the status of your flight before you get there. You might get an email. You could check your flight app. And then pack smart. The airport leaders say make sure you're familiar with what you can and cannot put in your check bag or your carry-on. And finally, they're saying, the reminder here, use that new complimentary or reduced rate short-term parking in the terminal garages.
The good news is I just went online to check flight status and everything seems to be on time.
Excellent.
Scheduled as normal. And we want to hear from you this Wednesday. Do you think the new short-term parking over at B&A is helping traffic at and around the airport? As of right now, look at this number. 78.1% of you all say no. Not really too sure that it's helping out, but let us know what you think by sounding off. Maybe you're going to the airport once you get there. Go ahead and vote on this poll. It's still live.
A lot of folks might be going to Atlanta. Some people will drive down to Atlanta for a flight to head to a bigger destination.
Yeah.
How's the weather between here and Atlanta this morning, Greg?
Pretty good. Here's your travel times here for many areas that are very close to us here. All drivable areas to get to. Now, a couple areas are a little longer than others, but everywhere is going to be dry. 19 days? Hold up. Let's just get back to that for a second. I have to process here. 19 days. On the first day of Christmas at 4:35, I say to you, dry everywhere in the mid-state. We're looking good. Everywhere. We have Atlanta, Charlotte, Birmingham, Cincinnati, St. Louis, dry everywhere to move out and about to get to all of these locations here. Maybe you have relatives coming in from these spots here. As Jen mentioned, Atlanta, a big hub, one of the biggest airports in the entire country to get to and from your destination. No problem getting there. Sunshine across the board here for us here this morning. Taking a look, nothing happening here on the entire East Coast, the Southeast, and the Mid-State. We are good to go. We'll look at your 7-day forecast and look ahead to your weekend. There will be a few showers that begin to gear up going into Christmas Day itself. That's coming your way in a few minutes.
All righty, Greg, thank you. All right, so Eric and I were just talking. All right, who gets 19 days off at Christmas? We were discussing teachers.
Yeah.
Right, teachers get a good break at Christmas.
They need it.
There's some offices that do close for a couple weeks around the holidays, so maybe you're one of them. Congratulations. I-65 Concord Road, looking good here on your commute. I'm doing a quick check behind the scenes here with TDOT just to see if we have anything reported, and we do not. So right now at 4:36, we're crash free.
In Operation Crime and Justice, though, police are still looking for the shooter involved in a road rage murder. It happened last Christmas. Christopher Spanhorst was 37 years old.
Yeah, this was such a devastating story. In fact, I never will forget. We were leaving Nashville to go out of town and drove by this crash scene. And it was just devastating. We knew immediately something was wrong. The black Kia Optima is the key to solving the road rage murder of Mr. Spanhorst on Christmas Day. And here we are almost a year later, still no arrest, no answers for his widow, for his family. Nashville police think this black Kia Optima, maybe a 2016 or a 2020 with chrome trim, is connected to the shooting of Mr. Spanhorst, who was shot and killed while he was simply driving his Ford pickup on I-24 near Shelby Avenue. This was right by Nissan Stadium. Happened in the middle of the day, right around noon on Christmas Day.
We're live this morning in Clarksville, where they are celebrating a massively huge investment. We're going to tell you exactly how much money is going to be pouring into this community.
Storms down. Good morning. 4:40 is the time right now, and new this morning, Governor Bill Lee visiting Clarksville, breaking ground on a chemical plant that will be a huge investment, especially in the aftermath of the tornadoes that have come through the mid-state.
LG Chem is investing $3.2 billion into this new facility. It's just off of I-24. Fox 17 News' Justin McFarland live over in Clarksville with the biggest takeaways, Justin, from Governor Lee's visit.
Yeah, Governor Lee, along with Senator Marshall Blackburn and other dignitaries, were here in Clarksville just yesterday talking about that big $3.2 billion investment. And by the way, LG Chem is not the only company making investments here in Clarksville. Many other companies are doing so as well. As a matter of fact, you can see a big construction site back behind me. This is Capstar. They're building a big facility here. Hanook, just around the corner from where we are here. This is all off of Exit 8 here in Clarksville, where they're building quite the industrial park, and LG Chem is the latest company putting their mark on this particular area. Now, Governor Lee talked about, yes, the investment, but also how impressed he is with the Clarksville and Montgomery County community who has come together after that latest round of deadly storms that hit this area just 10 days ago.
We immediately requested a disaster declaration. The federal government immediately responded with that declaration. That was a great partnership. We are working with FEMA. TEMA is on the ground, partner agencies. Well, most importantly, the people of this community and of the other communities in Tennessee that were affected. We saw churches, we saw nonprofits, we saw individual families coming out to serve meals, serve their neighbors.
Now, that recovery effort does continue here in Clarksville in a number of ways. Volunteer efforts, of course, they're having a toy drive I'll be telling you about a little bit later in the day. And, of course, they are continuing to try and rebuild, trying to find places for people to go while they do so. There's a lot of work yet to be done, but they feel like the way the community is coming together here is going to help that work be done a lot faster. We're live for you this morning in Clarksville. I'm Justin McFarland, Fox 17 News, your co-red station.
And we are cold once again this morning. Time right now, 4:42. We're taking a look at your wind chill. The feels like temperatures, they're not as bad as yesterday morning, but they will drop a little bit more in the next 2 hours. So keep that in mind. We're still winter coat. Everything you did yesterday to stay warm, do the exact same thing again today, and you should be okay. 22 is how we feel in Nashville, 18 in Tullahoma, and 22 in Lawrenceburg. We're going to keep it cold, also clear. I'm not worried about fog. I'm not worried about rain. Nothing going to happen here in the course of the next 48 hours. Next chance for rain doesn't come until we get into the weekend. Now, there are a lot of half days, a lot of kids that are still having to go to school this week. Well, here we go. We're going to be cold. 20s the entire morning, but no rain, like I mentioned. Sunshine later on this afternoon with highs that will be in the low 50s. We begin a warming trend. We'll see how warm we'll get going into the Christmas weekend. Coming up in your forecast.
Greg, thank you. Steer clear traffic time right now at 4:43. A live look from I-65 at Concord down in Williamson County. Good morning to all of our Brentwood friends. And if you're coming in this morning from, say, Spring Hill, Columbia, down near Thompson Station, Franklin, Brentwood, your commute on I-65 is great. Or hey, if you're leaving Nashville and you're going down to Alabama, you're looking good there too. We'll check in on your airport drive in just a minute.
Coming up, though, millions of Xfinity customers, their data may have been breached. What you should do to protect your information.
And a lot of people worried about holiday gifts arriving on time. Why you might be able to worry less this year.
Vanished.
Welcome back to Fox 17 News this morning, 4:45. And right now, we understand that the personal information of nearly 36 million Xfinity customers may have been accessed by hackers.
Well, Xfinity provides broadband internet, wireless service, and pay TV. Comcast said the breach, which happened back in October, was the result of a vulnerability in remote computer access software made by Citrix. The compromised Xfinity data does include usernames, scrambled passwords, birth dates, contact information, and the last 4 digits of social security numbers, along with secret questions and answers. I mean, that's a lot of things.
That's all the things that get you into your personal info.
Comcast says the affected software has now been patched, and Comcast also lets us know that they're requiring customers to reset their passwords, and they recommend that they go ahead and enable that multi-factor authentication. Meanwhile, Citrix says they are encouraging customers to apply for their software patches ASAP. That's a lot of wording there.
Well, it is, and it's a lot of work for the customer to have to do. You know, I mean, like, get it right. In this day and age with technology being what it is, and you as these huge companies, you've got access to software to protect information. I don't know. Good luck.
Jen says, get it right.
Good luck. Hey, figuring out what to get your loved ones for the holidays can be a challenge, right? But hoping your purchases get shipped in time for Christmas, that's a whole nother thing, especially if you waited until now, the last minute, to click the buy button.
This year, though, retail experts say late shoppers may still be able to get many of their presents before the 25th. Fox News' Chris DeMio finds out why.
With the countdown to Christmas ticking away,
Christmas bells are ringing.
The race is on for those who still have to buy last-minute gifts. If you're ordering something online, you might be anxiously tracking your purchase to see if it will arrive before the 25th. But this year, retail experts say you may be in luck, citing how major companies have been increasing their delivery speeds to help get packages to your doorstep in time for Christmas.
Amazon, Walmart, and Target have all been working to increase their shipping speeds this year. For Walmart and Target in particular, it's more about narrowing the gap that currently exists between them and Amazon.
So, how are they trying to pull off this holiday magic?
Amazon has a new distribution model, which currently basically splits the country up into 8 regions. And what that does, according to the company, is get items to customers faster because a lot of the products are shipped from warehouses in those specific areas. Amazon says the strategy not only ramps up shipping speeds, but also leads to lower prices because there's fewer facilities and workers handling the products. Walmart and Target are also improving the efficiency of their warehouses. Walmart fulfills online orders from its stores across the country. Last month, the company said it would be adding 40 parcel stations to stores in 9 different states. And they say these are basically like mini post offices that handle online orders and get them out to consumers faster. Target announced a $100 million investment in sortation centers, and these are basically warehouses that get online orders for Target deliveries and get them out to consumers faster. Chris DeMeo, Fox News.
Musicians on Call is partnering with TriStar Centennial Medical Center to celebrate the start of a new program that is going to bring live music into the hospital on a normal basis.
They say music is therapy, and this is just really encouraging. The new program will bring volunteer musicians to the hospital every month, aiming to heal through music. The two organizations had a celebration at the Garden Court yesterday, including a special live performance, of course, from country music duo Tiger Lily Gold. Musicians on Call is a nonprofit group that brings music, whether it's live or recorded, to bedsides across America.
What a fantastic mission.
Well, I mean, we know the healing benefits of music, whatever type of music it is. And so to be here in Music City, USA, it just makes sense to have this kind of a program, right? If anybody could do it, Nashville could do it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If nobody else could do it like we could do it, is what I would say.
Yeah.
We have everything here. It's not just country. We've got all kinds of types of music here. Access to everything that is here. Hopefully you have your shopping done. If you don't, I'm going to give you some good weather here. It was cold yesterday. Now we're getting a little bit better. Now, it will be a cold start to the day, but the afternoon really is shaping up nicely. Sunny and temperatures that will be in the low 50s. The wind is gone. We're done with that. We're warming up heading into the weekend. Holiday travel locally we'll take a look at. It's not going to be a big deal getting anywhere. Whether it's Atlanta, Charlotte, you talk Birmingham, we go St. Louis, we go Cincinnati. All those areas look great. We'll take a look at that in the next check of your forecast going into the 5 o'clock half hour. Sunset tracker. I'm giving you more good news. Why not give you good news? It's the holiday season. Why talk about the doldrums of all the stuff that's happening that we don't want? Here we go. 4:35, your sunset today. By the time we get to January 8th, just a couple weeks from now, we're closer to 5 o'clock. We're expanding our daylight. It's a great place to be at. I have a new update to your 7-day forecast. I've actually changed my numbers here in the last half hour, and they look better than they did a half hour ago. We'll take a look at those coming up in a few minutes as we do go into your 5 o'clock half hour.
Greg, thank you so much. I like that good news there with the sunlight. 4:51 is your time, and we are going to show you a look over at I-65 at Vietnam Veterans Boulevard. The computer is being a little slow this morning, needs some more caffeine, but not a lot of action happening in this area. We don't want to see any action, right? No crashes. Vietnam Veterans Boulevard giving you the green light as of right now.
Looking ahead to this weekend, I know when you get to Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, a lot of you love to just be able to hang out at home and watch some sports. Well, we've got you covered. Basketball, we have a matchup between Florida Atlantic and Arizona, the Wildcats. From Tucson, Arizona, that's at 2 o'clock. And then Saturday night, we have a matchup with St. John's, always a great program there. They're going to play UConn, another huge basketball school. So that should be some good basketball watching Saturday.
Then Fox 17 is your home for NFL action Sunday. We have a doubleheader that starts with Detroit at Minnesota. That's going to be at noon. And that is followed by Dallas at Miami. That's also happening at 3 o'clock.
At 4:52, I can't believe we're telling you about this, but hey, here we are. A distant satellite sends a cat video to Earth. What it's doing for testing at NASA.
And one Christmas tradition for some folks is getting a little less common. The economic factors behind this decline.
Fox 17 News.
Good morning, 4:54. 4:55 is the time. Right now we're showing you a live look over on Lower Broadway where the action is starting to pick up. The beer trucks getting a good early start. Lots of visitors, so, they got to get it right.
That's right. I mean, you think about, too, all the preparations for the holiday weekend, and then we look ahead to New Year's. Nashville won't sleep between now and then. And we'll be here for it to give you live looks through 9 a.m.
Hey, if you still have some holiday shopping to do, you're not alone, but some extra cash could come in handy. And we have a chance for you to win some cash by playing our Fox 17 News holiday trivia game.
All right, let's get into it. Today's question of the day can be found if you scan that QR code right there. When you get the link, just tap it and you'll register to answer today's question. You get it right, you're entered to win that $100 daily Visa gift card. And then every person who wins that is also entered to win the $5,000 weekly grand prize.
It didn't let me scan, Jen.
I wonder why, Greg.
You can't play.
That's not fair. Sometimes life's not fair. But you know what? I want you to win it. Go scan. Every time we show you, go scan it. Go play it. Go win that money. Get yourself something here to treat yourself on Christmas Day. Taking a look at the forecast, 8 a.m. through 4 p.m. Temperatures are going to be really warm for this time of the year. We don't have any chance for snow. Unfortunately, rain will be in the forecast morning into the afternoon and the evening, so keep that in mind. Now, it won't be severe weather. It won't be thunderstorms. It won't be tornadoes, but the definite chance for a few showers will be in there in the forecast. Traveling today, a far different story. So maybe you are driving or folks are coming into town here. This is that big getaway day where folks come in or you leave. Here you go. Atlanta, Charlotte, Birmingham, Cincinnati, St. Louis, all of them are dry when it comes to any driving time throughout the entire day today.
Greg, thank you so much. Let's get into steer clear traffic because, to your point with regards to travel, it is going to be a busy day. Right now, looking good. We are crash-free in the Mid-State. This is a live look I-65 at Rivergate Parkway. So this is north of Nashville. Did want to remind you, we were following some breaking news at the top of our 4 o'clock hour. A semi that's rolled over on I-65 north of this location, up between White House and Cross Plains. It does look like they're making some progress on that crash. So if you're heading up to Kentucky this morning, not too bad all in all. We'll check in on the airport drive in a few minutes.
We're also talking about a feline first for NASA. The space agency streaming their first cat video from deep space. Okay, the cat's name, Tater. Yeah, Taters right here is not actually in outer space though, nor is he the first cat in space, but he's the star of the 15-second Ultra HD video which traveled 19 million miles back to Earth. Talk about taters, Jen.
Well, obviously, this is a huge experiment, and NASA is trying to get somewhere with what they're calling their deep space optical communications. So they have to test very high bandwidth optical comm and then work on future missions for people beyond Earth's orbit. I don't know. Listen, when we get into real deep science stuff like this, sometimes I get a little lost, I'm not going to lie. But maybe Greg has some perspective on this for us. I don't know. Greg's usually our NASA guy. So what say you to this?
Deep space basically is a place you can't get to quickly or come back too quickly. And we've never really had a feline cat.
Taters.
But Taters is not in space.
I know. It's a very strange concept here.
So is it that they're shooting video of a cat using a signal from deep space?
Yes.
Okay. All right. See, if we had said that, then I would have better understood it. Okay.
It's 5 o'clock in the morning on a Wednesday before Christmas. It's a lot to unpack real quickly.
Well, picking out a live Christmas tree is still a holiday tradition for some Americans, but in recent decades, real Christmas trees have become a lot less common.
Yeah, they have. In fact, according to a new survey this morning from the American Christmas Tree Association, 77% of people who put up a tree say they don't use a real one anymore. The shift to artificial trees has been steady since the 90s and spiked in 2021. You think about everything surrounding the pandemic. According to the Real Christmas Tree Board, the natural Christmas tree industry has been in a slow decline over the last 40 to 50 years.
You're watching Fox 17 News This Morning, your Code Red station.
Right now on Fox 17 News this Wednesday morning, we're going to share updates on the plane crash in Giles County that claimed 2 lives. What we're now finding out about the last final minutes of the flight.
One more cold start and then warming into the Christmas weekend. If you wanted a white Christmas, I've got bad news for you. But if you like warm temperatures, I've got good news. How warm will be coming up in your forecast.
Thanks so much for starting your Wednesday with us here on Fox 17 News this morning. Glad to be here for you. I'm Jennifer Waddell.
And I'm Erica Glover. We're going to get started with the top 3 things that you need to know to kick off your Wednesday.
All right, let's get to some of the top headlines right now. First of all, in case you missed it last night, the Colorado Supreme Court has ruled former President Trump cannot appear on that state's ballot for the 2024 election. That Colorado court says he is not eligible due to his, and I quote, incitement of the January 6th Capitol riot. The ruling doesn't take effect until January 4th or until the U.S. Supreme Court makes a ruling on the case. Mr. Trump's attorneys say they will appeal this to the Supreme Court.
Southwest Airlines and its pilots have agreed on a tentative labor deal. Both sides have been negotiating for 3.5 years now, so it's been a while. Neither group, though, sharing the details of this agreement. But if Southwest follows other major carriers' agreements, pilots could get raises of about 40% over the next 5 years.
Hamas's top leaders have arrived in Cairo this morning for talks on the war in Gaza. Egypt, along with Qatar and the U.S., helping to broker the first temporary ceasefire between Israel and Hamas. It was more of a pause, not an official ceasefire, but while it's not clear yet what these talks are going to bring about, Israel is pressing onward to try to drive Hamas out of Gaza for good. Of course, after the invasion and the bombing of Israel back on October 7th.
And right now, Fox 17 News continuing to follow breaking traffic news. This morning, an overturned tractor trailer causing some issues on I-65 that is north of Nashville. Smoky Bar News sharing these photos on social media on X just after 1:30 this morning. They say the vehicle is in the center median blocking northbound lanes near mile marker 110. We now know one northbound lane of I-65 is open. Traffic, though, in the southbound lane is slow. Smoky Bar News says the driver of the truck, good news here, is okay.
And a breaking news update now in the Middle Tennessee tornadoes. Clarksville now reports that a fourth person in that area has now died because of tornado-related injuries. That raises the statewide death toll to now 7 in all. 78-year-old Penny Scroggins passed away, according to her obituary, this past Saturday. And Clarksville now reports that Penny lived with her son John in a mobile home. The tornado destroyed that home and hurt both of them, but John has since been released from the hospital.
Well, new this Wednesday morning here on Fox 17 News, we're talking about how it's been more than a week since the deadly tornadoes struck the mid-state, which left thousands of Nashville Electric Service customers without power in the dark.
They did. And so Nashville Electric Service had a goal to get everybody who could be brought back online by this past Friday. They did make a lot of progress in that, but as Fox 17 News' Kylie Walker shows us live this morning, still work to be done.
Yeah, as of right now, NES is reporting these are latest numbers that 18 households still are without power. Now, this is about 12 days out since those tornadoes hit the mid-state. So that means 18 households have gone without much warmth for the last 12 days. We want to talk to some of those customers later this morning. We will be knocking on doors. Of course, it's still very early to do so, but we want to ask them about their experience and what they've kind of been doing to keep warm during this time, because it is in the 20s right now. Now, I am going to step out so you can see what we're looking at. It is very dark in this neighborhood as we were driving through. There's not much street lights that we did notice. Some people, their homes completely blacked out. Not sure if they are staying here in the area, if they don't have any power. Some people have turned to hotels, some have turned to friends and family, and some have kind of really just tried to stay inside of their home and just try to find any warmth that they could. Now, NES does say that they have restored power to more than 47,000 people. Crews continue to replace broken poles and work on transmission lines. Now, most customers, again, as Jen mentioned, were supposed to have that power back by Friday, but again, as we were driving through this neighborhood, we did see some that just didn't have any power whatsoever. It is really hard to see out here. You do see some Christmas lights, and some households, they have their light on, but we'll continue to update you guys through the morning, let you know if anything changes. I'm sure it's very frustrating for some people to still not have that power. We do know NES is working hard to get that back for these households. For now, live in Madison, Kylie Walker, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
Time right now, 5:05, and thankfully temperatures getting warmer for all of our relief efforts that we're trying to help out with here. 11 days since major tornadoes moved through a lot of our areas north of I-40, and we're just beginning to see how the cleanup process might be, and we're cold right now this morning. Temperature feels like this is the wind chill, so you add the actual temperature on the right side of your screen. That'll be there even during commercial breaks with the wind. Not a lot of it, but a little wind goes a long way. When we're this cold, we feel like 23 in Nashville, 21 in Dickson, 27 degrees, so a little bit warmer if you get down toward the Lewisburg area, but then you just go out toward Tullahoma. It depends on cloud cover. A few of us have some clouds. If you've got some clouds, it's like having that warm blanket on you. If you don't, it's like that, ooh, this is cool when you wake up. That's how we are this morning. We'll look at your 7-day forecast and track you ahead through your Christmas weekend coming up in a few minutes.
Greg, thank you. Quick check of steer clear traffic right now. The good news around the mid-state, we're looking really good. We are crash free right now. Minor delays as you get off I-40 here at the airport. This is 216A and B, but really nothing that you need to get a detour for. We'll keep an eye on it for you as TDOT is continuing to try to load those cameras. Another update in just a few minutes.
And we have continuing coverage as the Federal Aviation Administration has released a preliminary report following the deadly single-engine plane crash over in Giles County. That was back on December 7th.
The FAA now says that plane took off from Knoxville, flying to Benton, Arkansas. Registration information shows the plane owned by 45-year-old Jenny Blaylock. Miss Blaylock had been sharing her journey as a pilot on a YouTube page called TN Fly Girl. Giles County leaders told Fox 17 News that Miss Blaylock and her 78-year-old father were both on board and they both died in that crash. The report shows the plane changed altitude several times and then lost communication after asking for help from air traffic control. If you want to read the full report, we've got it now at fox17.com.
Yeah. After so much tragedy, there is reason to celebrate here in Clarksville. We're going to tell you about a huge investment recently made and how many jobs it could create.
17 this morning.
Governor Bill Lee visiting Clarksville, touring the area, breaking ground on a chemical plant and more. All of this coming after the devastating tornadoes.
Right. So this morning, Fox 17 News' Justin McFarland is joining us live in Clarksville with that big takeaway from Governor Lee's visit.
Yeah, the big takeaway is the investment in this community. $3.2 billion worth of investment here that could bring thousands of jobs here over the next few years, including construction jobs. There's no shortage of those already here in the city of Clarksville. Back here behind me, this is the Capstar facility that's already under construction here. The LG Chem project will soon look a lot like this, except probably a lot bigger than this one. Of course, Hanuk is already here, and the number of gas stations and restaurants that have popped up in this area as well, all off of Exit 8 here in Clarksville, has been very impressive as this industrial area continues to grow and grow and grow. This is all happening at the same time that a deadly EF3 tornado came sweeping through this area about 10 days ago. The governor took time to talk about how impressed he was about the different types of coming together that he has seen here in the Clarksville community to help this area recover.
It's been heartwarming to see Tennesseans do what Tennesseans do, and I think this community will recover as a result of it. In the meanwhile, there is much tragedy and much heartache and much work yet to be done.
Now, the governor says that they're hoping for more announcements here in Clarksville and Montgomery County. After all, a lot of this was just farmland that is now being filled in with industrial plants like this, and they will be growing different types of things out here in Clarksville, no longer the traditional plants and agriculture that we've seen for so many years in the past. We're live for you this morning in Montgomery County. I'm Justin McFarland, Fox 17 News, your co-red station.
5:12 our time. A quick look at your forecast here. Nothing happening downtown right now. A good start, warmer than yesterday morning. Not by no means warm, but warmer. We're not talking about teens for wind chills. We're talking about temperatures that are in the 20s, close to 30 degrees. The wind has died down. There are still many school districts that are having half days. We're doing some testing. We're finishing out the first half of the school year before we get into that winter break. 23 degrees at 6 a.m., 30 degrees at 8 a.m. Cold. My first thoughts on Christmas Day. Get ready for some rain, not snow. 50 degrees at 7 o'clock on Christmas Day itself, 58 degrees at 3 p.m. and Santa still has not figured it out. Man, what are you doing? Come on. You have to go foot first, not head first. That's how we do it. We'll take a look here at your forecast, your 7-day, and piece it all together here, leading into your holiday weekend coming up in a few minutes.
Santa is trying his best, Greg, okay?
He's trying.
Is the time. Steer clear traffic update for you right now. This is I-65 over at Rivergate Parkway, a very, very, very busy area. But right now, we are not seeing any kind of slowdowns for this. Good news, if you're heading out to I-65 in this spot of Rivergate, you are giving the green lights.
Still to come, we have a man who has died after a shooting in an alleyway in the Nashville area. That's the area you see on your screen here, taped off with police tape. We'll tell you what we've learned about his efforts to try to get help.
Plus, the Tennessee auto plant was the focus of worker protests. Why the calls for unionization are growing there. Stay with us. Happy Wednesday.
It's our Christmas sale.
At 5:16, Fox 17 News has a breaking news update involving Metro Police, who say a third young carjacking suspect is now behind bars. Officers say that a 16-year-old turned himself in just last night. He's accused of carjacking a woman at knife point last Wednesday, along with a 12-year-old and 15-year-old, all teenagers. Police say all three of them escaped from the Natchez Trace Academy over in Waverly last Tuesday night. The 12 and 15-year-old were taken into custody last week, though. All three booked into a juvenile detention center.
5:16 is the time right now. Metro Nashville police say the man who was initially hurt in a North Nashville shooting has now died. This is what we brought you as breaking news yesterday. Police now say Dominic Bonds shot in an alley in the 1800 block of 15th Avenue North right around 2:20 in the morning. They say that he was able to make it to a nearby apartment trying to get help, and somebody did take him to the hospital, but that's where he later died. The motive in this shooting still under investigation this morning. If you have any information, you can call Crime Stoppers. That number is at the bottom of your screen. It's 742-7463.
And making national headlines now, crews say the eruption of this volcano in southwestern Iceland is not expected to disrupt any kind of flights. And that could be hard to believe when you look at this video. It is very close to the country's main airport. Back in 2010, ash from an eruption shut down international travel when it caused widespread airspace closures over Europe. Look at this video. In that particular case, though, there was concern the fine ash could damage the jet engines, but experts say this eruption is not expected to produce that kind of ash. As of yesterday afternoon, the Icelandic government says international flight corridors are still open somehow. I just cannot imagine flying over this, seeing the lava just spewing up.
Yeah. Well, and worrying, is there more of that to come? Is it going to get worse? They're so unpredictable.
Where are we landing?
There's nowhere to know.
Yes.
All right, 5:18. Hi, Greg.
Hey, good morning.
How are you?
We're hanging in there. We're getting close to the holidays.
You told us it's National Christmas Carol Day, yes?
Yes,
Singing
it
carols?
is. Favorite Christmas song for either of you?
I don't know, but you know what the best way to spread Christmas cheer, right? What's the best way to spread Christmas cheer? By singing loud for all to hear. Anybody
I know
remember
where
that
you're
from
going.
Elf?
Elf, come on, it's Elf. Yes.
Not my singing, though. I'm not the best singer.
You can carry a tune. I've heard you.
It's questionable.
You got more tune than you know you've got. Also, don't sing in the bathroom with someone else who's showering. It's kind of creepy. Elf.
Oh, the movie. I don't know where we're going.
Okay, okay. Take the weather.
We're all the way back.
We're about to go somewhere else.
Hey,
We don't need to go.
Elf, I'm going to double down. That's what I do. Taking a look here. When it comes to your low temperatures, last year we had the rolling blackouts that moved through. Amanda Chin was talking about it yesterday about how this should not be a thing this time around this year, and we're not going to be this cold. But last year, waking up on December 22nd, we had temperatures that were right around 10 degrees, 1 below zero on the 23rd, 5 degrees on Christmas Eve, and 14 on December 25th. I'm going to go right to your 7-day forecast. None of that. Look at how much warmer we're going to be. 55 will be your temperature tomorrow. 54 today. We're starting off a little bit cold. We get much better very quickly. 58 by the time we get to Friday, and then low 60s Saturday, Sunday into Monday. Unfortunately, we're going to have a rainy Christmas. We're going to have some showers that'll be on and off morning, afternoon, and evening. No snow. Warm temperatures right near 60 degrees. So plan for rain, but don't worry about snow or ice leading into our holiday weekend.
Greg, thank you. I-40 at Donaldson Pike. Hey, look how things have really cleared up over by the airport. Looking good right now. Not even a backup to get off I-40 over there at 216A. Quick reminder for you, pro tip. All right, pro tip, if you're visiting Nashville, or maybe you didn't even realize this, there are two exits for the airport, 216A and 216B. If A is backed up, jump on down to B. It'll still get you to the airport and just bring you around the back way. That's the local secret, the local pro tip.
Dozens of Volkswagen workers over in Chattanooga believe that it is time to go ahead and unionize. On Monday, they went ahead and protested. Here's some of the video outside of the Chattanooga plant. And the president of the United Auto Workers came out supporting their efforts. He also went ahead and accused the company of union busting tactics. VW, though, denying all claims of intimidation or illegal violations when it comes to worker rights.
Well, we're going to get you updated on the Preds matchup last night on home ice at Bridgestone Arena. The moments from the game and more, plus looking ahead to tomorrow night's matchup.
Yeah, we're not just talking about hockey, though. What about the Titans? Yeah, they're gearing up for a home matchup, while the Seahawks are a dangerous opponent, even with our home turf advantage.
If you've had enough.
5:23 is the time this Wednesday. We're talking about the Preds, who took on the Vancouver Canucks over at Bridgestone just last night. And unfortunately, Vancouver, they succeeded in toppling our winning streak.
We knew it was going to be a tough matchup. Both of these teams have been on fire lately. And so here we go, taking a look at the highlights. The Canucks got an early lead, unfortunately. They got in 2 goals just in the first period, so they were up 2-0. And the Preds had to play catch up from there. Never would fully recover. Final score, Canucks 5, Preds 2. Up next for the Predators, we have a match against the Philadelphia Flyers tomorrow at 6 p.m. That, by the way, is a road game.
Fingers crossed. And Titans, let's talk football, are gearing up for a Christmas Eve game. That's going to happen right here in Nashville. We're going to be hosting the Seahawks this Sunday at noon, of course, Nissan Stadium. Seattle Seahawks sitting at a 7-7. So Titans are off the playoff contention. But like you said, Jen, playing for pride.
Yeah, playing for pride. And Greg said, if you're out of it, might as well see who you can knock off along the way.
That's the attitude to have.
So we do know that the Seahawks, regardless of how you feel about that, the Seahawks are on the bubble. They would be the next team in if they could get the win here in Nashville. But the Titans are going to try to make sure that doesn't happen. So one other thing we're following, waiting to get an update on Will Levis to see whether he's good to go for Sunday. We will keep you posted as we get those updates live through 9.
All right. Blue Origin is what we're talking about now, blasting off for the first time in 15 months. Do you remember Blue Origin? So we're talking about this one this morning. Listen.
And liftoff.
Well, it was a successful launch for the reusable New Shepard rocket, the flight marking the program's return after a failed 2022 test flight. The rocket booster and capsule both landed safely minutes after the launch. That's a good update. Blue Origin was founded back in 2000 by Amazon founder Jeff Bezos. He was on it. The first crew flight, that was back in 2021. I vividly remember this, but that's good news, a good takeoff for them.
5:25 is the time right now, and we've got to look at your forecast here. Greg Boba says your Christmas headlines are these. Showers likely?
Yeah, rain's going to be a thing for us here. We're not worried about anything when it comes to snow. So we have no snow, we have no ice, but rain will be on and off morning, afternoon, and evening. We have mild days ahead. Starting today, we're back into the 50s. We'll be up near 60 degrees on Sunday into Monday. So Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, no chance at a white Christmas whatsoever. What does the forecast look like for both of those days? I do believe the Nashville area gets a little bit warmer than 56 degrees, closer to 60, but most of the outlying areas will be in the middle 50s. The big thing is the nighttime temperatures. If we have rain that moves in and we can keep it in the upper 40s to right near 50, that means nothing when it comes to ice or snow. Unfortunately, it will be inconvenient weather for local travel, but today, tomorrow, and getting into your Friday, everything will be sunny. We have current temperatures right side of your screen. Those match the wind chills here this morning, not quite as cold as yesterday.
I will gladly take some sunshine. Greg, thank you so much. 526, want to check in now with this live look. This is I-24 at Old Hickory Boulevard. You can see it out there. We have no disabled vehicles on the shoulders, no flashing lights. Just giving you the green light for I-24 at Old Hickory Boulevard.
Breaking news from overnight. Want to get you updated after judges in Colorado ruled that former President Trump cannot be on that state's presidential ballot. When that ruling would take effect and how Mr. Trump's lawyers are already in action.
On your Christmas list?
You're watching Fox 17 News This Morning, your Code Red station.
Now on Fox 17 News This Morning, hiccups for one candidate in the race for the White House, how a legal ruling in Colorado could change this election. Greg.
Hey, wake up this morning here taking a look. We are talking about travel here. across the mid-state, going everywhere. You can see LAX there on the bottom right-hand side of your screen. We're talking not just ground travel, but air travel, what you can expect across the country coming up in your forecast.
Yeah, and speaking of travel, a couple different live looks this morning, making sure you are getting where you're going on time. That's why we're here for you live through 9 a.m.
It's going to be a very busy day, but want to start by saying thank you for joining us here on a Wednesday morning for Fox 17 News. I'm Erica Glover.
I'm Jennifer Waddell. Let's get straight to our headlines new this Wednesday morning.
Donald Trump is no longer a 2024 presidential candidate in the state of Colorado.
Yeah, this comes after the Colorado State Supreme Court deemed Mr. Trump ineligible due to the insurrection on the U.S. Capitol back on January 6th. Now, this is somewhat complicated, but we're going to help walk you through it here. They basically had a 4-3 ruling with these Colorado justices who determined that former President Trump was, quote, disqualified from holding the office of president under Section 3 of the 14th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution.
The decision does mark the first time ever that Section 3 of the 14th Amendment has been used to disqualify a presidential candidate. Listen.
Our Constitution is clear that you become disqualified once you engage in the insurrection. There is no need for a specific finding by a court or a tribunal.
All right, now Trump did not directly address the issue during a rally in Iowa last night, but his campaign issued a statement saying an appeal will be filed to the U.S. Supreme Court.
All right, so several of Mr. Trump's opponents, including Vivek Ramaswamy, Nikki Haley, Chris Christie, they have all voiced their opposition to this decision. So much more to come, and we'll have it covered for you here live.
All right, a lot of folks are hitting the road for the Christmas season. So Greg, weather-wise, is today going to be rainy, sunshiny? Do I need my sunglasses?
Sunny and warmer than yesterday. Honestly, everything trending up here for us here on a Wednesday. Taking a look nationally, this is the entire outlook of the country when it comes to travel. Maybe you're flying somewhere. East Coast has cleared out great compared to yesterday. However, we just showed you Los Angeles International Airport, LAX, and they do have a couple of showers and moving into the California area. So keep that in mind. Should not cause any concern when it comes to flights, but again, this is the one area of the country we're watching a little more closely when it comes to any potential rain that could slow us down. Let's talk sunlight. I want longer days. I am just very sick of these cold and short days, and we're getting longer daylight here day by day. Give it 3 weeks from right now, and we will have about an extra 14-15 minutes of daylight at the end of your day. Hey, every little bit counts. We'll also have a little bit more in the beginning. So think of it as like a slinky when it comes to our daylight throughout the year. We're getting a little bit bigger when it comes to stretching it out. That's what we're going to do here over the course of the next couple of weeks. Breakfast forecast, not quite as cold as yesterday morning. We had temperatures that felt like they were in the teens. Now we feel like we're in the 20s. We'll be in the 30s by 9 a.m. So still cold, but not quite as cold as it was yesterday morning at this time.
All right, 32 is the time right now in your Super traffic update. And like we said, a busy day, so we do want to give you some looks and hopefully save you some time before heading out. I-65 at Concord Road is one of those looks that we're seeing, that overpass, not having any issues. This spot looking really good as of right now. We'll continue those Steer Clear traffic updates, though, throughout 9 o'clock this Wednesday.
Fox 17 News is still documenting the cleanup efforts underway across the mid-state after the deadly tornadoes. In Clarksville, they are still recovering but also celebrating. We just learned about a historic investment coming to Clarksville with LG Chem. They're putting $3.2 billion into a facility just off I-24.
Okay, some more details now from our Fox 17 News reporter, Justin McFarland, live in Clarksville. Good morning, Justin.
Yeah, good morning. This $3.2 billion is more money than the city or the city of Clarksville or Montgomery County has ever seen before. And that's why people are so excited about this. In addition to that, of course, they've got brand new facilities like this one, the Capstar project just off of I-24 at Exit 8, continuing to be built out here in the Clarksville, Montgomery County area. So they are very excited about that $3.2 billion plant being built here in Clarksville. They're also talking about cleanup, though. Of course, that $3.2 billion of investment will be needed after that tornado caused so much damage here in the Clarksville area. The governor was here to talk about a lot of the things that he has seen as far as what they're trying to do to get the county and the city back on its feet.
The heartache that's occurred here but the hope that is in the community, strong commitment here by a great company to create jobs and opportunities. So we're here to celebrate that, here also to be mindful of what has taken place here in the last week and how this community, frankly, has come together to take care of their own.
And those efforts to take care of their own do continue. There are toy drives happening here in the city to replace the toys that were lost in the storm. They're telling us that there are around 200 homes that were destroyed and will need to be replaced because of the storm, and around 2,000 others that will need to be repaired in some way because of those EF3 tornadoes. We're live for you this morning in Clarksville. I'm Justin McFarland, Fox 17 News, your co-red station.
Justin, thank you. And hey, at 5:35, we want to thank you for waking up with us here on Fox 17 News. We're your only local station with traffic and weather updates live from 4 all the way up until 9. And you can always see the weather updates scrolling on the right side of your screen, even during commercial breaks. Stay with us.
Attention homeowners.
Good morning, welcome back. Time right now is 5:38. Taking a look at your forecast, and it's not by any means warm, but it's better than yesterday morning. We don't feel like we're in the teens. We have temperatures that are in the 20s on the right side of your screen. Lunchtime, a little better than yesterday as well. So everything trending in the upward direction when it comes to temperature. We'll have plenty of sunshine later on this afternoon. 44 degrees at 11 o'clock. We'll be at 48 degrees at noon and 51 degrees at 1 p.m. Here's how it works. We're leading into a holiday weekend. You may have a few more Christmas gifts to get. Maybe you're going to go grocery shopping for a good meal this weekend. Today, tomorrow, and Friday are great. Saturday and Sunday, a little rain moves in, and the rainiest day, unfortunately, rainiest, not snow, not ice, is going to be when we lead into our Christmas day itself. So take advantage of all the hours that you can today, tomorrow, and Friday to get anything you have to have done before the rain moves in for the weekend. We'll talk about that rain in the hour-by-hour timeline coming up in the next check of your forecast.
Sounds good to me, Greg. Thank you so much. And your Steer Clear traffic update out by the airport, where it's going to be very busy today and throughout the next couple of days. So we do want to keep a close look. I-40 at Donaldson Pike. We're not seeing too many traffic updates when it comes to backup by the exit over there. So right now, if you are heading to the airport, it looks pretty good. But do give yourself some extra time, especially for parking, for checking in, and all of that.
It is just about 5:40 right now on this Wednesday morning, and it's been more than a week since the deadly tornadoes came through the mid-state, creating catastrophic widespread damage in our communities. And we know this morning there are still some people who don't have power, which means they don't have heat. And NES working around the clock trying to fix that.
Oh yeah, Fox 17 News' Kylie Walker is joining us live in Madison, where some NES service customers still, like you said, Jen, they don't have power.
Hey guys, we are on Nesbitt Lane. I'm looking around because we are on a street, not many sidewalks in this area, but this is where we did see, unfortunately, people die on this street due to those tornadoes. I will step out so you could take a look at what we're seeing out here. Lots of down power lines, lots of damage to the homes out here, and lots of destruction. You see down trees, again, down power lines. Doesn't look like anyone is able to live in that house directly right in front of me. To the left, there might be some people in that home because I do see a car outside. We aren't seeing any lights on. Of course, it's still very early in the morning, but we're not seeing any sort of lighting on this strip of homes here. Now, NES does say that there are still 18 homes in the Madison area that are still without power, and they are working to restore that for a lot of people. And again, it's really cold out here. It's in the 20s, so a lot of people are trying to find warmth. We know some people are staying in hotels, some are staying with friends and family, or some are trying to hunker down in their homes with lots of blankets. We've talked to some of those people in our newscast, so we're going to continue to knock on some of these doors later in the morning, try to talk to people, see what their experience has been like out here. We know it's a frustrating reality for so many people, especially who are trying to get warm, get their family warm, but also we know NES is working really hard to get all this power restored. They have got that restored for more than 47,000 homes so far. For now, live in Madison, Kylie Walker, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
Still to come here on Fox 17 News this morning at 5:42, an unsolved Christmas Day shooting and the continued search for justice.
Do you think?
Welcome back to Fox 17 News this morning at 5:45 right now. We have breaking news. 2 people have been killed after a news helicopter crashed in New Jersey overnight. Action News 6 is based in Philly, and they confirmed to Fox 17 News that their chopper crashed in the woods in Burlington County, where a pilot and a photographer, both on board, died. The station also told us that those 2 had been part of the Action News team for years. The names of the victims have not yet been released, and we are still working to find out what may have caused this news helicopter to crash overnight, killing both people on board. Again, this is in Philadelphia, but as we get those updates, we'll bring them to you.
Right now in Operation Crime and Justice, police are still looking for the shooter in a road rage murder that happened last Christmas. And the widow of the road rage victim is calling for an arrest of the person who took her husband's life on Christmas Day. Stephanie Sponhorst's husband, Christopher, was just 37 years old.
Such a tragic story that unfolded a year ago. What we're looking at here are pictures from TDOT showing a black Kia Optima involved. That car is the key, they say, to solving this road rage murder of Christopher Spanhorst. Again, on Christmas Day, so here we are almost a year later, and still no justice, no peace for his family. Nashville police think that black Kia Optima with chrome trim was connected to the shooting death. Mr. Spanhorst shot and killed in his Ford pickup truck as he was driving on I-24 right near Shelby Avenue. This was right by Nissan Stadium on Christmas Day, right around noon.
Several people have really helped step in and kind of motivate me to do what he would have wanted, not what my flesh wants to do. I'm sure that around that time it'll be rough. And we'll talk about him and remember him. And
just so sad. Police also believe it's a road rage case and think Sponhorst's shooter continued west on I-24 after his Ford truck crashed into the median. Metro Police say they have had numerous tips, and they also add that there are multiple detectives working on this case, but nothing has helped identify the shooter. They are rewarding anyone with information up to $20,000.
A quick reminder, if you want to read more in depth about this story, or if you would like to sign up for our daily newsletter where we can keep you updated on stories like this, you can do that now at fox17.com.
Musicians on Call, we now know, is partnering with TriStar Centennial Medical Center to celebrate the start of a new program that is now going to bring live music into the hospital on a normal basis.
Well, this story is so encouraging for those patients there in the hospital, and it just makes sense. We're in Nashville. So they're bringing volunteer musicians to the hospital every month, aiming to heal through music. The 2 groups had a big party to announce all this yesterday. They had a live performance from the country music duo Tiger Lily Gold. Musicians on Call is a nonprofit group that brings music, whether it's live or recorded, right to your bedside. And they do this across America.
Comcast is now notifying Xfinity customers of a data breach that exposed the personal information of millions of people. Comcast, which owns Xfinity, announced Monday that there was an unauthorized access to their systems in mid-March.
All right, so they filed with the Maine Attorney General's office, and Comcast says about 35 million people are impacted. We're talking customer usernames, passwords, birth dates, social security numbers, even your questions and answers, right, that you put in for security levels, they got those. So Comcast, Xfinity, encouraging people to go in, follow instructions as far as updating your patches to the security system, and then they say also change your passwords.
We're checking in now with our Code Red meteorologist Greg Lewis because it's another chilly morning, but rain is on the way and some high temperatures.
Yeah, we're warming up, but also bringing in the chance for some rain for the weekend. So maybe folks are coming into town, you're leaving, you've got travel plans Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Not perfect, but no snow, no ice.
Okay.
It's going to all be just rain.
I'll take that.
So we'll take that. We can drive through some rain, just drive a little more slowly and just leave a little earlier. And you should be fine. Taking a look here. Right now, Lower Broadway gearing up for what will likely be a very busy holiday season here in downtown Nashville. Not much happening right now. Ooh, there's the fireplace. That looks good. Wish I had one of those. I don't. But if you do, This is one of those weekends where you might not need it. We're going to have temperatures that are going to be in the 40s overnight, in the 50s and low 60s by Sunday into Monday. We're all clear for code red weather. We do have a little weekend rain, but no severe weather that will be in the forecast for us here. What does it mean for our travel today? If you're driving to Atlanta, Charlotte, Birmingham, Cincinnati, St. Louis, I've got you spread out everywhere across the map. Everything will be dry and mainly sunny. No problems to worry about there. Looking at your 7-day forecast, here we go. That climb is going to happen. We are cold right side of your screen. We have temperatures that are in the 20s, but we'll be up to 54 degrees this afternoon, 55 tomorrow, and then upper 50s to near 60 Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday for Christmas Day.
I guess we'll be singing about a mild Christmas instead of a white Christmas. All right,
Very
Greg.
true.
Thank you. Steer clear of traffic right now. We're going to take you north of Nashville up to Hendersonville, Goodlettsville area near Madison. This is Vietnam Veterans Boulevard at Conference Drive. We can definitely see a little bit of traffic picking up here. Folks making their way into Nashville. Little brake check coming through here, but no big delays. That's the great news. And we are currently crash-free in the Mid-State. Headlines from around Tennessee this morning. Dozens of Volkswagen workers in Chattanooga say it is time to unionize. Monday, they protested outside the Chattanooga plant there. The president of the United Auto Workers Union, Shawn Fain, showed up in support of this effort. Fain is accusing Volkswagen of what they call union-busting tactics. VW denies the claims of intimidation or any violations of workers' rights.
Now, keep in mind there are two other major auto plants right here in Tennessee, both in the Mid-State. So we're mapping it out right behind you here to give you a better perspective of the areas that we're talking about and whether or not they are unionized. So when it comes to this map and breaking it all down, the GM plant that we're seeing here on this screen, we do know that yes, the answer to that question versus yes or no to unionization is yes. So right now we're going to take a closer look at what we're seeing on this map and then give you some more updates coming up a little bit later. But right now, the Spring Hill GM plant that I'm marking right here, we want to let you know they went on strike just a few months ago, and they are, yes, part of the United Auto Workers Union. And then the Nissan plant over in Smyrna, that's right here. No, they are not unionized. And we're also looking at the VW plant that we're talking about right here. The UAW attempted to unionize the VW Chattanooga plant back in 2019, but it failed by 57 votes.
Good morning to you. 5:52 is the time. Thanks for waking up with us on Fox 17 News this morning. Temperatures on the right side of your screen, drive times and headlines scrolling at the bottom.
Owner loyalty cash.
Welcome back to Fox 17 News this morning, just a few minutes before 6 o'clock. Santa paying a special visit to some children in Brazil, but he didn't travel by traditional means.
Not at all. Arriving by helicopter. Right here, Mr. Claus bringing some Christmas cheer to children who were recipients of an organ transplant. This was a gathering coordinated by the Rio de Janeiro State Health Department to bring awareness about organ donations. The department using the helicopter to highlight its use in quickly and safely delivering organs for surgery. Just a very sweet moment there. Hey, if you still have some holiday shopping to do, you're not alone, and some extra cash could come in handy.
Absolutely. Whether you need it for the gifts or for something else, this is our holiday trivia contest where you could get a $100 Visa gift card, and that's the same as cash, essentially. All you have to do is scan this QR code. It'll give you a link. You answer today's question, get it right, and you're entered to win. Now, if you win that $100 daily prize, you are then entered to win the $5,000 weekly national drawing. So scan that code and good luck.
All right, we're talking about Chick-fil-A. There is a proposal in New York State that could force some Chick-fil-A restaurants to stay open on Sundays.
You know, we just had this story about how the government was trying to force Starbucks to reopen stores that they had shut down. Well, now here we are with Chick-fil-A. A very popular fast food restaurant is famously known for being closed on Sundays. But according to Business Insider, that publication, a bill just introduced in New York in the state legislature would require all restaurants at rest areas in New York State to be open 7 days a week. There is a member of the legislature in New York who introduced this bill, saying that Sunday is one of the busiest travel days, and it doesn't make sense for one of the few eating options at rest areas to be closed. No response yet from Chick-fil-A, but I think we can all imagine what they might say to that? They're closed on Sundays.
Yeah, how do you make me open on Sunday?
That's the whole point. Could the state of New York force them to open? Would Chick-fil-A not just say, you know what, fine, we're out, peace out, we're done?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, we won't even operate here anymore.
The employees too.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, they really could. Think about it also, if you've been to an Atlanta Falcons game.
Oh yeah, how they're closed.
The Chick-fil-A company stands and is one of the major contributors to the Atlanta Falcons. When do they play their games? Sundays. And the stands are closed.
And they don't care.
And they don't care. So we'll see how this shakes out going forward. I'll look at some morning coffee. I can tell you that if you're going to get a cup of coffee this morning, everything should be open for you here. 53 degrees will take our temperature all the way to that mark here through 8 o'clock. Not much to worry about. Sunrise going to be at 6:53 later on this morning. I'm going to give you a sneak peek at the 7-day forecast, unpack it much more leading into the next half hour. Look at the afternoons on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, right near 60 degrees. We're going to be very warm. If you're dreaming of a white Christmas, I might have to give you a reason to keep dreaming here coming up in a few.
Steer clear traffic right now. We got a little something that's happening in the zebra stripes, I-40 at Donaldson Pike. Now, not a big issue, but the location is a little tricky. This is right here by the exit for Nashville International Airport. This is the only thing that we've got popping right now in traffic. No other crashes, no other major backups. And this guy is in, I guess, the best place possible.
Yeah, that's true.
He's not blocking traffic. We'll keep an eye on things for you again in just a few minutes and steer clear traffic.
Promotional consideration for this program provided by Ponce Law.
Got a question for you. Do you know someone in your community who is a hometown hero? Because if you do, all of us here at Fox 17 News, we would like to share their story.
Yeah, Fox 17 and Ponce Law have been teaming up for about 3 years now to award our local hometown heroes $1,000. We do this every month, and this could be anybody in your community doing great things. I have a feeling, Erica, we're going to see a lot more hometown heroes pop up in our nominations after the cleanup efforts from the tornadoes. You know, we always see the best in people after stuff like this.
Yeah, for sure.
So we would encourage you to nominate your hometown hero. The way you do it is by going to poncelaw.com/hometown hero, and then we'll select and feature someone new every month right here, only on Fox 17 News This Morning.
Promotional consideration for this program provided by Ponce Law.
You're watching Fox 17 News This Morning, your Code Red station.
On Fox 17 News this Wednesday morning, we have a breaking news update regarding the death toll from December 9th's deadly tornadoes.
And also, we are in Madison where we're reporting on NES outages. All those details shortly.
And look at our temperatures here, getting a little bit warmer hour by hour. Still cold this morning, but a big warm up for your Christmas weekend coming up in your Code Red forecast.
And as we take a live look and steer clear traffic for you right now, just want to make sure you get where you're going on time. We'll do that with live looks around the mid-state every few minutes.
At 6 o'clock, I want to thank you for waking up with us here on Fox 17 News this Wednesday morning. I'm Erica Glover.
And I'm Jennifer Waddell. So glad to be your live local news source through 9 a.m.
We're continuing to follow breaking traffic news this Wednesday. An overturned tractor trailer causing some issues on I-65 just north of Nashville.
Smoky Barn News sharing these pictures from Twitter early this morning. We can see that semi flipped over on its side in the center median of I-65 up near mile marker 110. That is between White House and Cross Plains in the northbound lanes. Good news, though, we know that at least one lane of that northbound traffic is now reopened. Traffic in the southbound lane, so if you were coming to Nashville from, say, Cross Plains, it has been a little slow, but it's improving. We've also learned that the truck driver in this crash is going to be okay.
And there's also a breaking news update when it comes to tornadoes right here in the Middle Tennessee area. Clarksville now reporting that a fourth person in the area has died of tornado-related injuries, raising the statewide death toll to 7. 78-year-old Penny Scroggins passed away on Saturday. That's according to her obituary. And Clarksville now also is reporting that Penny lived with her son John in a mobile home and that the tornado destroyed their home and injured both of them. John, though, has been released from the hospital.
We have an update this morning. Right now, the FBI says hundreds of false bomb threats emailed to Jewish centers across the U.S., including 3 in Nashville, all originated from outside of the country. According to CNN, whoever did this appears to be connected to others. None of these, though, have turned out to be credible threats or ever risked harm to anybody. More than 400 Jewish synagogues, schools, and other institutions were targeted in those emails.
Right now, Fox 17 News continuing our team coverage of the deadly tornadoes that struck the mid-state. And we now know that some folks are still dealing with those power outages days after all the damage.
Yeah, so much damage to the infrastructure. That has been the biggest concern here. So taking a look at the latest efforts now is Fox 17 News' Kylie Walker joining us live in Madison.
We're on Nesbitt Lane, where we know that several people died in the aftermath of that tornado. There's lots of damage here that we're looking at, downed power lines, downed trees, and just a lot of destruction to these homes. I'll step out so you can see what we're looking at out here. And not many crews out working right now, but again, you notice those downed power lines we're now able to show you. It is very dark on this street as well. We know that NES has worked to get power to more than 47,000 people through all of this. Right now here in Madison, we're looking at around 18 people who have not had power in the last 11 days. So when you think about that, you think a lot of these people haven't had a warmth. That's a big concern. We're in the 20s. It's very cold out here. So 11 days without any sort of warmth, unless they are lucky enough to go to a friend's or family's house, or some people are staying in hotels. So this is just something to consider when we see these people without power. The warmth is just something that's really needed right now, especially for those families may have babies. But out here we're seeing lots of damage and lots of destruction. They are still working, NES crews, actively to make sure that we get this power restored. But for now, live in Madison, Kylie Walker, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
Thank you, Kylie. Time right now is 6:04, and yeah, 47,000 customers did not have power. And we talk about customers when it comes to not just a single person, but a residence, a business, areas that have multiple people that could be living there, an apartment complex. And now we're down to smaller numbers, but still the impacts are felt. 21 degrees right now, how it feels when it comes to that felt I just mentioned. It feels like it's 21 right now in Nashville, 22 in Murfreesboro, 21 in McMinnville, and 20 in Crossville. We are warmer than yesterday morning by about 7 or 8 degrees when it comes to our feels like. That goes a long way, though, when you're talking teens versus 20s. Taking a look downtown, no problems here to kick off this morning. It really is just that feels like that we'll continue to watch for you here throughout the morning. Here's your 7-day forecast. I promise you better afternoons that will move your way. 54 later on today, 55 tomorrow, 58 on Friday, and then right near 60 degrees Saturday, Sunday into Monday. If you're dreaming of a white Christmas, keep dreaming until next year. It's not going to happen this time around. Rain moving in this weekend.
Greg, thank you. Let's get into steer clear traffic right now. I do want to apologize. Some of the cameras with TDOT this morning are acting up. They don't want to load quite right. Not sure what's going on, but we're going to give you the best live looks that we can. This is I-65 at Vietnam Veterans Boulevard. Traffic really starting to pick up in this area, but the great news, no crashes. Whether you're heading north or south on I-65 from Kentucky all the way to Alabama. That entire stretch of I-65 through Tennessee is looking great right now. We have no crashes. We'll get a check on your other interstates like I-24 and I-40 in just a few minutes.
Live this morning in Clarksville and Montgomery County, where they have just received a massive investment. We're going to tell you how many billions of dollars will soon go into a site not too far from here.
Team coverage as we track the... At 6:08, Fox 17 News, we are continuing to give you more updates about the cleanup, especially over in the Clarksville area. In Clarksville, dealing with a lot of the damage, but also getting a huge and historic investment. LG breaking ground on a new $3.2 billion facility. This happened yesterday. But right now, our Fox 17 News reporter, Justin McFarland, joining us live over in Clarksville with the details.
Yeah, good morning. Here in Clarksville, they are celebrating that $3.2 billion investment, and it's going to go along with an ever-growing industrial park here in Montgomery County. We're just off of I-24. Back here behind me is the Capstar facility that's growing here just off of the interstate. There are trucks passing by almost constantly, and they are developing a very nice industrial park along with restaurants and gas stations to support all the workers coming to this area. But now they're getting a brand new investment, and it's the biggest one yet, $3.2 billion by LG Chemicals, who are coming in with that large plant. Now, while they're building, they're also rebuilding some parts of the city. Of course, that EF3 tornado came through and caused a lot of damage and even cost some lives. The governor talking about the ability for this community to rebound so quickly.
We immediately requested a disaster declaration. The federal government immediately responded with that declaration. That was a great partnership. We are working with FEMA. TEMA is on the ground, partner agencies. Most importantly, the people of this community and of the other communities in Tennessee that were affected. We saw churches, we saw nonprofits, we saw individual families coming out to serve meals, serve their neighbors.
And speaking of serving their neighbors, coming up in our 7 o'clock hour, we're going to be telling you about a local church here in Clarksville who's taking that next step to make sure that everyone who was affected by this tornado will have a Merry Christmas. We're going to tell you more about that coming up soon. For now, we're live for you in Clarksville. I'm Justin McFarland, Fox 17 News, your Corvette station.
Coming up on 6/11, if there was ever a time to give back and help a little extra, this is that time. I mean, I feel like every December we've had the last 3 years, we've had one major tornado outbreak that has just been rough to attempt to get through. People need the food, even a couple of toys for some kids, a place to go to get warm, like this morning with temperatures that are in the 20s. Looking ahead to Christmas Day, we'll get warmer, which is a good thing, but we also get rainier Saturday into Sunday and Monday. Taking a look on Christmas Day itself, 48 degrees at 8 a.m., 58 at noon, and 57 degrees, your temperature at 4 p.m. So we're not going to have a white Christmas. We have no rain, we have no ice. I should say we have no ice, we have no snow. We do have rain. Right side of your screen, none of that this morning. Sun's starting to come up. Ooh, we're going to show you a couple of pictures here of our skies as the sun starts to come up. Oh, it's a gorgeous beginning to today, a little warmer than yesterday morning. We're going to unpack that all for you coming up here in a few minutes. And yeah, if everyone in back can listen and kind of hear it, if we can show one of our cameras next weather hit, this is going to be a great start to our day, Erica.
Yeah, I think we can make that happen. The sunrise is a stunner this morning. 6:12 is the time, so you do want to check in over by the airport. Now, the cameras are being a little bit slow when it comes to loading. They need a little bit of caffeine, but the good news is if you were heading out to the airport right now, maybe you're heading out for that flight for the holidays, we are giving you the green light. There is no kind of backup right there at that exit. Again, this is a live look, I-40 at Donaldson Pike. I got a question for you. Would you pay extra to skip bumper to bumper traffic? We're going to explain what choice lanes could mean for Tennessee and what folks are saying about the choice lanes. And the very latest on the plane crash over in Giles County that claimed 2 lives.
Attention homeowners.
Welcome back to Fox 17 News this morning. We have continuing coverage now as the Federal Aviation Administration has released a preliminary report following a deadly single-engine plane crash that we had in Giles County earlier this month.
Yes, so the Federal Aviation Administration says the plane took off from Knoxville to fly over to Benton, Arkansas that morning. Well, registration information shows that the plane was owned by 45-year-old Jenny Blalock, who previously shared her journey as a pilot on her YouTube page that was called TN Fly Girl. Well, Giles County leaders previously telling Fox 17 News that she and her 78-year-old father, James, were killed in the crash. The report shows the plane changed altitude several times and then ultimately lost communication and went down pretty soon after requesting assistance from air traffic control.
Well, what stood out to me is the fact that this airplane was in a very steep vertical dive from about 6,000 feet. And it does state that the airplane was descending at close to 12,000 feet per minute. I find that somewhat difficult to believe, An airplane of this size and weight is never going to fly that fast. That information may yet to be corrected in the future.
Very interesting. By the way, if you would like to watch some of Ms. Blaylock's YouTube videos to learn more about her and her journey as a pilot, we've got that for you, along with other details of the story posted right now at fox17.com.
Do you remember when Forbes magazine said that Nashville was listed as one of the worst places to travel?
I do.
In the country? Okay, well, shortly after that, TDOT announced a $15 billion 10-year plan to address traffic congestion.
Something's got to be done. Something has to give. You cannot have this many people moving to an area and not make very quick adjustments. Now, when we talk about this 10-year plan, we know that's not super quick, but these things take time, whether it's construction, new paving, expanding some of our highways, building out choice toll lanes on our interstates. Those are all things that are a part of this 10-year plan.
Well, the state is set to build designated toll roads called those choice lanes. And we've been talking about this, right? It's a chance for drivers to pay to use an exclusive highway lane that hopefully will shorten their drive time overall. Listen here.
Certainly was a priority of ours last year. We want to make sure that people in Tennessee can move from one end of the state to the other without congestion, so we can expand our highway system without raising taxes, without going into debt.
These optional toll lanes will be likely installed in 3 different segments. The first being downtown Nashville. That's going to be on I-24, think Murfreesboro, with Knoxville and then Chattanooga to follow after that. And of course, we wanted to know what you all think about this.
Yeah, we asked over on our Facebook and Twitter accounts how you felt about some of these changes. Let's read some of your comments. More than 250 of you chiming in. We begin with Steve Salazar, whose comment is at the top of the page. He says, we'll have flying cars by the time that gets done, so it won't matter.
We also have Kim saying, I already pay taxes for the highways. Why would I want to go ahead and have to deal with this situation? Pay more to use it. That is ludicrous.
All right. Well, you still have time to weigh in. Let us know what you think. You can find this story right now on our Fox Nashville Facebook page.
Greg, what do you think about that? Do you want to pay more and save time?
Well, I never want to pay more for anything, period.
But
That's
you'll
kind of
save
life.
time.
Here's the thing, though.
Time is money.
People can't zipper on our normal highways right now.
Okay, let's real quick, in case Greg just said something that sounds forward to you. This is an important life lesson for all of us. The zipper method.
Yes.
The zipper method is when you alternate going through traffic like one at a time. So you merge like one, like this, like a little zipper. Learn it, know it.
Do it.
Do it.
It will help.
It makes the commute
traffic
better for everybody.
So if we already can't do that, and now we're adding extra lanes that people don't know exist.
Tell him, Greg.
I'm just saying, get it together.
Zip it up.
Zip it up and make sure you know what's going on when you hit the road.
Listen, it worked in Miami when I lived there.
Yeah.
It can be done.
It can be done. We can figure it out.
We can do this,
There
Nashville.
it is. Oh, ask and you shall receive. Thank you to everyone in our control room right now. Look at that. Sunrise here in about a half hour. We are starting off beautiful. Barely a cloud in the sky. Just a few of them that are out there. We're starting off a little warmer than yesterday morning. We have temperatures that are in the 20s this morning. Yesterday morning, we felt like the low teens. This morning, we feel like we're in the low 20s, so a little bit better. There's a look at Broadway. Everything all good to go, and as far as our code red threat level goes, we're all clear as well. Weekend rain for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday that we have to track for you and work through. But if you're driving today, or folks are driving in to Nashville to come visit you, we're a great spot to come to. And maybe it's Atlanta, Charlotte, Birmingham. You go to Cincinnati, St. Louis. All of these areas completely dry and sunny today. Not a problem to worry about. The big thing, though, when it comes to Christmas for our headlines, showers are likely Christmas Day, right near 60 degrees. No chance at a white Christmas. We're going to be way too warm. Take a look here at your 7-day forecast. Christmas Day right there on your Monday. Going to be 60 degrees. The morning temperatures as you wake up will be right near 50. So not cold by any means, but definitely want to have the umbrella if you're going to be heading out, maybe driving around town, going to find some relatives. You want to make sure that you have the rain gear ready for Christmas Day itself.
Greg, thank you. Steer clear traffic time right now. Vietnam Veterans Boulevard looking really good. I know our camera's lagging again. Sorry, guys. there's something going on with the TDOT system, and so we're just kind of at the mercy here. But this is Vietnam veterans at Conference Drive, and a little more congested, but definitely nothing that needs a detour right now. I'm going to real quickly review your interstates. I-40 going east to west all the way on either side of Nashville, no problems. I-24 from Clarksville all the way down to Murfreesboro, no problems. I-65 from Kentucky down to Alabama, smooth sailing. So if you've got holiday travel plans or if you're still at work, you're good to go.
At 6:20, we're talking about shopping because more and more shoppers are choosing to go ahead and shop for secondhand Christmas gifts. I like this idea. According to data from software firm Salesforce, nearly 20% of gifts given this year during the holidays are going to be something that's resold.
All right.
Why not?
Yeah, the Wall Street Journal says that more and more people are thrifting for used clothes and other items to give as gifts. A lot of people go thrifting and then they repurpose what they just bought to create something brand new. The secondhand route saves a lot of money, obviously, and could be more environmentally friendly. More fashion bloggers and more fashion brands are getting in on this too. Just, maybe a little bit of a shift that we're seeing here in shopping habits.
And you never know what you'll find. Remember the story earlier this week about the vase?
The Murano?
Yes.
Italian glass vase that a lady bought for what? $3.99.
And then got $102,000. So you might be lucky this holiday season. You never know. We're going to take a live look this morning, though, over at LAX because so many folks are taking to the skies this morning for the holiday travel season. What you need to know, though, before heading out to the airport. Looks good to me. Stay with us.
Christmas from Gary Mack.
There is a Nashville father facing charges after police say he accidentally shot his teenager Monday night. Officers say Deshaun Thorpe stood up from the couch when the gun in his pocket accidentally fired, grazing his teenager in the stomach. Now, the good news is the teenager is expected to be okay. The shooting was ruled accidental, but then police arrested Thorpe after they say he admitted to drinking prior to the shooting. He is charged with theft of a firearm and possession of a gun while under the influence.
Okay, so gun was stolen. All right. Today, the first day of what travel experts call a 19-day frenzy.
Wow.
And we want to make sure you have a smooth journey. The folks over at B&A, the airport, want to make sure you also have a smooth ride. We have a live look now over by the airport. This is I-40 east and westbound where you jump off to go to Nashville International. And by the way, the headlights we see, that's traffic coming from Mount Juliet into Nashville. No problems there. And as it pertains to travel, the airport has some advice to help things go smoothly for you.
I think the first tip is pretty self-explanatory. Get to the airport early. Leave yourself plenty of time to go ahead and park, to check in, and to also get to your gate. Check the flight status before you leave your house. And then just pack smart. Airport leaders say make sure you're familiar with TSA's top travel tips for a quicker travel experience. And then use the new complimentary or reduced rate short-term parking in the terminal garages. That could save you some money and some time.
Yeah, that's Garage 1 and Garage 2. So if you have to pick somebody up, the first 30 minutes are free. That's a huge change trying to fix the congestion over there. We were curious, do you think that new short-term parking at B&A has improved traffic? 74% of you say no. You don't think it has improved traffic. The poll is live right now. You can let us know what you think by going to our twitter.com website where you search in Fox Nashville, and that will get you right to our account.
All right, Greg, my dad is flying in today. He's already texted me about weather updates, so we do want to check in with the forecast, and we'll get some more from Greg later. But right now, we're going to check in with your coffee cast, get you out the door and let you know what to wear. 7 a.m., 26 degrees. Okay, this is a jacket day. It's a hat day, and it's going to warm up a little bit, 35 degrees by 9 o'clock. We're also going to check in on the sunset, 4:35. It's getting, he said, later and later now with the sunset. Or I should say, this is the, how do I get this correctly?
We're getting more daylight.
Thank you. Getting more daylight. The words are making sense with more caffeine.
All right, let's see how traffic is shaping up right now. We're going to take you over to I-24 at the Sullivan-Evans Bridge. This is traffic right by Nissan Stadium. Smooth sailing right now over in this area. The only spot in steer clear traffic where we're starting to see a little bit of a backup, and it's really not that bad, is along I-24 coming into Nashville through Laverne and Antioch. That is a... we kind of joke sometimes that's one of our problem children around here where we always have to keep an eye on it, you know. Can't take your eyes off those kids for a second. Things start to get crazy. So that's what we do in steer clear traffic for you, just to make sure everything's good to go. We'll check it again in just a few minutes.
NES continues to restore power after tornadoes rip through the mid-state. All those details after the break.
On your Christmas list?
You're watching Fox 17 News This Morning, your Code Red station.
Right now on Fox 17 News This Morning, hiccups for one candidate in the race for the White House. How a legal ruling in Colorado could alter this election.
Couple different live looks of the gorgeous sunrise to start your Wednesday morning. It is December 20th. Chilly to start the day in the 20s. So grab a jacket, maybe a hat before you head out the door and stick around. We'll let you know how much things are going to warm up as we get closer to Christmas.
And traffic is top of mind for so many holiday travelers. So we're giving you live updates up until 9 o'clock in our Steer Clear traffic reports.
So glad to be here for you to kick off your Wednesday. I'm Jennifer Waddell.
And I'm Erica Glover.
Let's get right to some breaking news updates that we have new this morning from Metro Police. They have now found that third teenager wanted in connection to a carjacking. Officers say the 16-year-old who was still on the run just turned himself in overnight. He's accused in the carjacking of a woman with a knife last Wednesday at a parking garage on Charlotte Pike. We know in addition to that 16-year-old who just turned himself in, we have a 12-year-old and a 14-year-old also in custody. All three of them escaped from the Natchez Trace Youth Facility that's in Waverly. That happened about a week or so ago. The 12-year-old and the 15-year-old in custody as of last week. All three now booked into juvenile detention.
Well, it's been more than 1 week since the deadly tornadoes touched down here in the mid-state, which left thousands of Nashville electric service customers without power.
Right, and so here we are more than a week later, and while those crews work around the clock, there is just so much significant damage to the infrastructure. It's going to take some time.
Fox 17 News' Kylie Walker is joining us live in Madison, where a lot of the customers there, Kylie, still do not have any power. What is the status of this?
Yeah, we do know, as according to the latest numbers from NES, that there are 18 households that still are without power. Now, already NES has restored power to around or more than 47,000 households. And I know that number 18 doesn't sound very big right now, but these are homes. These are all 18 households who have not had power, meaning no warmth. It's in the 20s out here for 11 days. So it's been a very hard 11 days for a lot of these people. I am going to step out. This is Nesbitt Lane in Madison, in case you missed where we are. This is where several people unfortunately passed away due to those tornadoes. You're seeing lots of destruction on this whole strip. Really, the last 7 or 8 houses all have tarps on the roof, and then we're seeing this one straight ahead of me, a lot of downed trees, downed power lines, just a lot of destruction overall. So this is, you know, another area where people are looking to get their power back, but also just get back in their homes or get their homes worked on. I know a lot of these people who don't have power are also staying in hotels or with friends and family, but it's still definitely a struggle for them. Again, NES is continuing to work as hard as they can to get this. They did say that it would be by last Friday. They would hope to have everyone have their power back, but that hasn't been the case as of yet. A lot of road bumps here that they're dealing with. So we'll continue to update you guys, let you know if anything changes. But for now, live in Madison, Kylie Walker, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
The cleanup continues here. Time right now is 6:34. Looking at your forecast, and we are cold. Not as cold as yesterday morning, but definitely still on the colder side. Here we go with feels like temperatures starting off in the 20s this morning. Yesterday morning, all of us were in the teens when it came to feels like temperatures. So we've gained a little ground, and we'll continue to do that here leading into the upcoming weekend. The only spot right now that I'm seeing that feels like it's in the teens is the Dickson area, 18 degrees. We have plenty of sun starting to try to come up here for us here. We're about 20 minutes away from our sunrise, and once it does come up, we're going to have plenty of it for the rest of today. Not much to worry about. Back to the low 50s later on this afternoon, and you can even see a few of those sun rays hitting a few of our buildings here over the downtown skyline here in downtown Nashville. Sunset for today is going to be right around 435, and then everything gets better and better in the coming weeks. We'll get about 14 minutes on the backside of your daylight here within 3 weeks from right now. So a week after the new year begins, we're going to see much more daylight, not just in the morning hours, but also in the afternoon hours. You can see right there with that sunset. 54 degrees this afternoon, 55 tomorrow, 58 degrees on Friday, and then right near 60 on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. No snow, no ice, but rain possible leading into our Christmas Day.
All righty, Greg. Well, for now, this morning on this Wednesday, things have been so good in steer clear traffic. We are all clear around the entire mid-state. There's not a crash. There's not a big backup. So for anybody traveling this morning, like on I-40 by Highway 70, you are looking just fantastic. Couldn't have better conditions. Now, if you are traveling long distance today, say you're going to St. Louis, we've got to show you the sunrise shot from this morning.
Wow, picturesque.
This doesn't even look real.
Out of a movie.
But this is a live camera mounted in the heart of downtown St. Louis. You can see the arch off in the distance. Look at the skies there this morning. We could just not get over how gorgeous this looks. So thanks to KSDK, you can see all the birds flying through the trees here.
Looks like a painting.
It really does. But yeah, just to reassure you, if you're traveling to places like St. Louis, you have no travel problems today. The weather looks fantastic.
We're also talking about politics here on Fox 17 News. Donald Trump no longer a 2024 presidential candidate in the state of Colorado.
At least for now, but things could change. Overnight, in case you missed it, the Colorado State Supreme Court deemed Mr. Trump ineligible due to the insurrection on the U.S. Capitol on January 6th, making the claim that he was involved in it.
Yeah.
In a 4-3 ruling, those Colorado state justices determined that former President Trump was, quote, disqualified from holding the office of president under Section 3 of the 14th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution.
The decision marks the first time ever that Section 3 of the 14th Amendment has been used to disqualify a presidential candidate. And Trump did not directly address this issue during a rally over in Iowa that happened just last night, but his campaign issued a statement saying an appeal will be filed to the U.S. Supreme Court.
Interestingly enough, too, a lot of his opponents, so the people who would want to take that Republican nomination, like Vivek Ramaswamy, Nikki Haley, Chris Christie, they have all come out since last night and said they are in opposition to the Colorado State Supreme Court decision. So they're backing Mr. Trump in all of this. We'll see how it all unfolds.
Live this morning in Clarksville, where we're talking about a huge investment in a community that really needs it right now, especially. We're going to tell you why there are going to be more buildings going up here in Montgomery County.
And also ahead, one man's mission to bring Christmas magic to deaf children. Oh my goodness, I love this. Dennis Ferrier has the story on Fox 17 News this morning. That's going to be at 7 o'clock.
Welcome back to Fox 17 News this morning. Time right now is 6:40, and we know that cleanup efforts are still continuing across Middle Tennessee, Clarksville especially, where we had an EF3 tornado touchdown. So much loss in Clarksville and so much sadness, but also we have now seen a bit of an invigoration for Clarksville with a historic investment just announced for that community. LG Chem is investing more than $3 billion into a facility that's just off I-24. Now that's a lot of money and it's a big plant, but this has a huge impact to the community in the form of jobs. So we're joining Fox 17 News' Justin McFarland live this morning for us in Clarksville. He's been keeping us updated on all the developments. And Justin, what this means for the heart of that community.
Well, what it means potentially is brand new jobs, thousands of them potentially in the long run for the city of Clarksville. Let me put this in perspective. The Titans' brand new stadium, Dome Stadium in downtown Nashville, is going to be around $2.2 billion. This new facility that they're talking about here in Clarksville is going to be $1 billion more than that. That's how much of an investment they're talking about. It's the largest investment they have ever seen by a private company into a community community like this one here in Clarksville, Montgomery County, and it's going to go along with a sprawling business community like the one that's happening here. This is just off of I-24 at exit 8, where they're already getting a pretty big business park like Capstar here growing behind me in the city of Clarksville. Now, the governor stopped by along with other dignitaries, including Senator Marshall Blackburn, where they talked about the resilience of Clarksville. Of course, this community is still trying to come back after that EF3 tornado.
It's been heartwarming to see Tennesseans do what Tennesseans do, and I think this community will recover as a result of it. In the meanwhile, there is much tragedy and much heartache and much work yet to be done.
Back out here live this morning, and wanted to leave you with this. Another day is dawning. Jen and Erica, I know you guys were showing us the sunrise in St. Louis, and I didn't see it, but it's got nothing on what's happening here in Clarksville this morning. Beautiful colors lighting up the sky as they begin another day of work, resilience, cleanup, and yes, looking forward to the future out here among the beautiful pink skies in Clarksville. Reporting live in Montgomery County, I'm Justin McFarland, Fox 17 News, your Code-Red station.
Justin, thank you for sharing that. Looking like cotton candy. Man, I love that. That is good stuff, Justin. Thank you.
And we're going to get more of that here leading in the next couple of days here. The big notes for the next check of your forecast are going to be Christmas. Showers are likely. Mild days, but high temperatures pretty nice, right near 60 degrees. No chance at a white Christmas. We'll take a look at nighttime temperatures that elevate themselves and talk about rain in a few minutes. Jen.
All right, Greg, thanks. And more good news and steer clear traffic. Things continue to look great out there on the roads. We're expecting more traffic to stack up later today. This morning, not too bad. Inbound to Nashville on I-40, good to go. You got the green light. And look at that. Hardly a car getting off the exit for the airport right now. So if you need to be there in the next few minutes, now would be a great time to go. 6:43, an unsolved Christmas Day shooting and the continued search for justice in minutes.
At 6:46, Fox 17 News following some breaking news. We now know 2 people were killed when a news helicopter crashed over in New Jersey overnight. Action News 6, based in Philadelphia, says their chopper crashed in the woods, an area over there in Burlington County, if you're familiar with this area at all. They say a pilot and a photographer were on board and they were killed. The station also adding that the 2 were part of their Action News team for years. The names of the victims, though, not yet released, and there's no word just yet on what caused that crash.
Back here at home, Metro Nashville police say the man who was hurt in a North Nashville shooting yesterday has now died. So this is a breaking news update to a story that we first brought you early yesterday morning, and this is the crime scene location. Police say that Dominique Bonds had been shot in an alley in the 1800 block of 15th Avenue North very early yesterday morning, like 2:30 in the morning. They say that he did make it to a nearby apartment complex to try to get help, and somebody took him to the hospital, but that's where he later died. The motive in the shooting still under investigation right now. Any details that could help police, call Crime Stoppers. That number is on your screen, 742-7463.
In Operation Crime and Justice, police are still searching for the shooter of a road rage murder last Christmas. The widow of that victim is now calling for an arrest of the person who took her husband's life. It all happened on Christmas Day.
Yes, Stephanie Spanhorst's husband, Christopher, is the one who was killed in that road rage shooting almost 1 year ago. He was just 37 years old. And what we're showing you here are pictures from TDOT cameras that are mounted along I-24 near Shelby Avenue. This black Kia that's circled in red here, police say is going to be the key to solving the murder of Christopher on Christmas Day. And so here we are almost a year later and still no peace, no justice for the Spanhorst family.
Nashville police believe the black 2016 to 2020 Kia Optima with chrome trim is likely connected to the shooting of Spanhorst, who was shot and killed in his Ford pickup truck. Again, that was I-24 near Shelby Avenue. It all happened noon on Christmas Day.
Several people have really helped step in and kind of motivate me to do what he would have wanted, not what my flesh wants to do. I'm sure that around that time will be rough, and we'll talk about him and remember him. And
Oh, just so tragic for that family. By the way, they're local. They live in Greenbrier. Police believe that the shooter who was in that black Kia Optima continued on I-24, although they were not able to effectively track that car through their camera network. Police say they have had several tips, and there are still a lot of detectives working on this case actively, but so far they've had nothing that would help identify the shooter. So there is a $20,000 reward for any information that leads to an arrest.
Well, Musicians on Call is partnering with TriStar Centennial Medical Center to celebrate the start of a new program that is going to bring live music into the hospital on a normal basis.
I think it's safe to say this has been one of our favorite stories of the morning.
Yes.
Because it's encouraging, it's good for the community. This is a program that is bringing volunteer musicians to the hospital every month to try to heal through music, and the healing therapy with music is well documented. So these two groups making this big announcement just yesterday, and of course, as part of the announcement, they had a live music performance. That's what they're all about here. So Musicians on Call is the nonprofit group that is helping to make this happen. They bring music, whether it's live or recorded, to patients' bedsides across the country.
Fantastic. Right now we're going to check in with our Code Red meteorologist because we have a new dog of the day.
Yes, we do. I mean, we can't not go through a day and have this not be a thing. I mean, we have to have a dog of the day. We have Piper sent in here.
I like that name.
Piper's a great name.
Piper's a great name for a dog.
I'm going to go over here and
That's
grab
so
my
cute.
phone because Piper has a story too.
Okay.
Because I always say, if you give us a story, we'll tell you the story of your dog. So here we go. Piper's story is, here we go, a blue Heeler Australian Shepherd mix, 6 months old as of when this photo was sent about 4 months ago. That's how far back we are. So almost a year old, Piper. You're close to being a year old here. Sent in by Jane Newcomb. And loves to play Frisbee, go for walks to the woods, to the house. Loves to play in the water from the hose. Oh my gosh, that can be a messy situation. Been accused of being hyper and being a chewing machine. Yeah. And Jane says, let's just say I am wide open and nosy. Well, you know what? If you're going to get a dog, you might as well have one that has some character to it and doesn't just lay there and stare at you. So Piper seems like a fun one there. 35 degrees at 9 a.m., 53 degrees at 3 p.m. Right side of your screen, we're in the 20s to kick off this morning. Your dog walk and forecast will be in the middle 40s at 11 o'clock, 51 degrees at 1 p.m. And really a nice day compared to yesterday, much warmer. How do you send in your photos? There's the Code Red weather logo. You go to the left of that, you see the Facebook logo. You go there, meteorologist Greg Bobus is my page. You'll see this photo pinned at the top of it. That's how you send in your photos. And just like Piper, if you want your story shared here and to see your dog of the day, that's how you do it right here on Fox 17 News this morning.
Weather Window, presented by the National Weather Desk.
A state of civil emergency declared by Maine's governor after this week's intense storm led to flooded roads, homes, parks, and more. It turned some rivers into raging waterways and knocked out power to hundreds of thousands. This emergency affects 14 of Maine's 16 counties. Elsewhere, a sunny snow shower near the North Carolina-Tennessee border.
For more content like this, like the National Weather Desk on Facebook.
Right now in your Steer Clear traffic update, we're going to show you a live look of the I-24 Briley Parkway. Now this is not too far from Trinity Lane. Think as you approach I-24 and I-65 as they merge north of Nashville. That's what we're looking at right here. This area is looking really, really good. No slowdowns.
For those of you who are struggling after the tornadoes and you have a business, we're going to let you know how you can apply for help. These are important steps that will help you in your recovery and rebuilding. That's still to come right here on Fox 17 News this morning in our 7 o'clock hour.
Working on your Christmas list?
At 6:55 right now, Fox 17 News, we are showing you what's trending over on our website. And it's this heartwarming story. A Nashville DJ hailed a hero after rescuing folks who were inside of this church. He was performing at the time, helping out with an event happening at that church. But he lost a whole lot of his equipment during the tornadoes. So now the community, that congregation is coming together, trying to raise money, help him get back on his feet. If you want to read more about the Nashville DJ, go to fox17.com. Maybe you want to help him out. We got a link to make that happen. And there is a proposal in New York State that could force some Chick-fil-A restaurants to open on Sundays. They don't do that.
They're closed on Sundays for a reason. And it'll be interesting to see how they respond to this, because so far, no response. But let's tell you what's going on here and get your take on it, okay? So this is in New York State, and we all know Chick-fil-A is closed on Sunday. They close on Sunday to observe people being able to go to church and just to give their workers a day off. According to Business Insider, this bill just introduced in the New York State legislature would require all restaurants at rest stops in New York State to be open 7 days a week. One of the state legislators tried to argue that, well, if everybody else is open and it's a high traffic area, Chick-fil-A should be forced to be open.
No.
So he also tried to say that because Sunday is one of the busiest travel days, it doesn't make sense for them to be closed. Well, Chick-fil-A, I'm sure, would beg to differ. They've always been closed on Sundays, and they don't care.
Well, as of right now, Chick-fil-A has not responded, but I'm so curious to know what they're going to say about this. Mind your business.
Being closed on Sunday and not making money on that one day of the week has never been an issue for them. They don't care that they're not making money on Sundays.
Furthermore, I want to hear from the employees.
Me too. How would they feel about that?
Please leave me alone.
Right. Can New York State force Chick-fil-A to do it? We'll follow up on that.
That is not that's way above my pay grade. But we'll keep our eyes on it, though, because that really is a big game changer when it comes to their entire business model. I mean, they're one of the main food suppliers of the Atlanta Falcons, who only play on Sundays most of the time. Let that one sink in for you. Taking a look here, high pressure overhead. Plenty of sunshine coming up as we speak. Sun is rising. You can see it here on Future Track. Nothing that we have to worry about going into our 7 o'clock half hour. Right side of your screen. Current temperatures are in the 20s, and we feel warmer than yesterday morning. Yesterday at this time, we were in the low teens for wind chills. Now, we have wind chill temperatures that are in the 20s. So, coming up, going into the 7 o'clock half hours, become your only live and local news source. Hey, shh. Everyone else that you flip the channel to, they've been recording this stuff for over an hour. So you're watching old stuff. We've got the brand new things for you here. Waking up here on a Wednesday morning leading into the holiday weekend. And oh, do we have a beautiful looking sunrise. We'll show you that as soon as we turn over into our 7 o'clock half hour.
Right now, steer clear of traffic, though, seeing how things are shaping up. So far, so good this morning. No big problems. This is I-40 at Donaldson Pike, right by the airport. Look at that.
Ooh.
Erica, there are hardly, a few cars getting off the exit here. So if you're getting to the airport this morning, you're in great shape.
Maybe folks are taking later flights.
I-65 at Concord, down in Brentwood, also looking really good, nice and smooth. We did have a box truck that was pulled over on Whites Creek Pike at Briley Parkway, but that's clear and out of the way, so not a problem there either. We'll get another check of steer clear traffic in just a few minutes.
Well, one person traveling a lot, Santa. Yeah, paying a special visit to some children over in Brazil, but he did not travel by, so to speak, traditional means.
He got the chopper.
Yeah, arriving in a helicopter. Here he is, Mr. Claus, bringing some Christmas cheer to children who were recipients of an organ transplant.
All right, this gathering coordinated by the Rio de Janeiro State Health Department to just, bring awareness, but also joy. I mean, look at how excited these sweet kids are. That department, by the way, used the chopper to highlight their use in being able to quickly and safely deliver life-saving organs for transplant surgery.
And talking about Santa, if you still have some holiday shopping that you would like to accomplish, we could give you some extra cash to make that happen. We're talking about your chance to win some cash by playing our Fox 17 News holiday trivia game.
All right, grab that smartphone, hold up the camera, scan the QR code, and you can register to answer today's question. You get it right, you win that $100 Visa gift card. And if you win that $100 Visa gift card, you're then entered to win the weekly $5,000 drawing. So that's all you have to do, scan that code. We wish you all the luck and stick with us. Our 7 o'clock hour starts right now.
You're watching Fox 17 News This Morning, your Code Red station.
Right now on Fox 17 News This Morning, Metro Police are still searching for the shooter wanted in a road rage murder last Christmas. We're going to explain why the victim's wife says she is never giving up.
And NES is working to restore power to its customers after tornadoes ripped through the mid-state. All those details shortly.
One more cold start and then nice warming pattern into the upcoming Christmas weekend, but rain comes with the warmth. We'll track it coming up in your forecast.
Thanks for joining us here on Fox 17 News this morning. I'm Erica Glover.
And I'm Jennifer Waddell. So glad to be part of your live local news team. Always here for you through 9 a.m. And before we move on, just got to give a nod to the sunrise this morning. What a gorgeous start to this Wednesday. So we'll be your live local news source, always here for you through 9 a.m., starting with our breaking news updates right now.
Yeah, this morning we are following breaking news when it comes to traffic involving an overturned tractor trailer causing some big problems over on I-65 north of Nashville. Smoky Bar News sharing these photos on Twitter just after 1:30 this morning. They say the vehicle was in the center median blocking northbound lanes near mile marker 110. That's between White House and Cross Plains. Right now we're working to find out more about this crash, and of course we'll update you here and online as new information continues to come in. We also have an update this morning from the FBI who says hundreds of false bomb threats that were emailed to Jewish facilities across the U.S. over the weekend, including 3 here in Nashville, originated from outside the country. According to CNN, the perpetrators of the threats appear to be connected. None of them have actually, though, been involved in explosives or any credible risk of harm to people. More than 400 Jewish synagogues, schools, and other institutions, they were all threatened. This does come amid a spike of threats against the Jewish communities since the start of the Israel-Hamas war.
We have at 7:02 right now a breaking news update here from the Middle Tennessee tornadoes.
Yeah, Clarksville now also reporting here on Fox 17 News this morning, letting us know about some of the damage and that there was a 4th person in the area that has died of tornado-related injuries, raising that statewide death toll to 7. 78-year-old Penny Scroggins also passed away on Saturday. Clarksville now reporting that Penny lived there with her son inside of a mobile home. The tornado, though, destroying their home and injured both of them. John has been released from the hospital.
Right now, more local headlines impacting our communities right here in the mid-state. Here we are more than a week after the deadly tornadoes, and we still have families that do not have power. Most of that is due to significant damage to the grid. We have Fox 17 News' Kylie Walker, who's live for us this morning in Madison. Kylie, you are on Nesbitt Lane, where I was live right after the tornadoes hit, and I can see that they have finally been able to reopen that road, but boy, that damage behind you is going to take a long time to get cleared out.
Yeah, the road closures have since lifted. I can't imagine being out here really the day of or even the following day. But as you can see right behind me, there's still lots of destruction. I'll step out. This is Nesbitt Lane in Madison, where we saw several people had passed away. And you just see the destruction. It really speaks for itself there. Lots of downed trees, lots of debris still. Here we are 11 days out, and we're still seeing all of this. One thing that's probably changed since Jen's been here is a lot of those rooftops are now tarped, but we still see those downed power lines. Now, NES says that here in Madison there are 18 households. This is according to the latest numbers from NES, says 18 households still are without power in Madison. So that just means that, it is very cold out here. It's in the 20s. We're freezing out here. And really, it's going to be in the 20s all morning for us. It has been since we've been here at 4 a.m. And that just goes to show that a lot of these people don't have the means to get any sort of warmth unless, of course, they're able to stay with friends, families in a hotel. Possibly even some are getting a generator. But we do know that not a lot of people are living in those homes right behind me. We're not seeing lots of people out here. We are hoping to talk to them a little bit later in the morning. But for now, live in Madison, Kylie Walker, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
Kylie mentioned something about generators, and I want to point this out very quickly before we move on. When I was out there more than a week ago, I was talking with the folks from the Office of Emergency Management, OEM. And while we were out there, they were going door to door, right, house to house, looking for anybody who might have still been trapped. And they found someone who had started a generator inside their home, trying to stay warm because it was freezing. And the OEM guy said he was so thankful that he was there when he was, because if it had been much longer, we could have had deaths connected to keeping a generator in your house.
Very dangerous.
Yeah, so if you have to use a generator, and we understand a lot of people are, that's got to be put outside, away from your ventilation, so that you can breathe and stay safe.
Yeah, Fox 17 News, we are committed to keeping you up to date on all the recovery efforts from this tragic event. To see more of our coverage, head to fox17.com, showing you our homepage, and just search Deadly Destruction. We have all the updates and how you can volunteer, get involved with what's going on.
7:05 our time here. Yes, definitely on the cooler side, but not quite as cold as yesterday morning. This is a little more manageable when it comes to the feels like temperatures. We were in the low teens yesterday. Now we're talking about low 20s. The only place in the teens right now for the feels like temperature is the Murfreesboro area. Nashville 23, 29 in Tullahoma, 22 in Lawrenceburg, and all of western Middle Tennessee is feeling much warmer than yesterday morning, where you all were in the teens. Now we're talking low 20s. So you do want to be bundled up, but at least we have the sun that is coming up as we speak. We'll be in the 50s later on this afternoon. Beautiful looking start to the day. We have no rain, ice, or snow in the forecast until we get toward the weekend. And of those three, rain, ice, and snow, we only have rain that we have to worry about. Cold start, warming up. We'll talk about holiday travel, and we'll also look at that potential for some weekend rain that leads you into Christmas Day coming up. In the next check of your forecast right now, we're going to get you out on the road here this morning and attempt to see what's going on and steer clear traffic. We've been having some, our traffic computer's already on a holiday, isn't it?
It's like they are. It's like they just took off early and didn't tell anybody.
Yeah.
It didn't call for backup.
It did not.
Right? Didn't call in early enough to get a replacement. But here we are. Steer clear traffic. We get one camera pulled up for you. This is I-40 at the I-24 split at Arlington Avenue. Not too bad here. Yeah, bear with us. The TDOT system has been a little troublesome today, but Briley Parkway at Whites Creek Pike is another spot that looks good. All in all, your morning commute, and this is the good news, folks. All in all, your morning commute has been really good. We haven't had any, big crashes or major problems that would result in a detour. I'm getting a little bit of let's see, hold on. We might have a crash on I-24 for our southeast commuters. Yep, we do. We'll take a live look at that here in minutes.
Next on Fox 17 News this morning, we're going to share some more updates on the plane crash over in Giles County that took 2 lives.
Hey, Toby.
Welcome back to Fox 17 News this morning, 7:10, and new information right now as the FAA has just released their preliminary report after a deadly plane crash that happened in Giles County back on December 7th.
Yeah, so we're getting some more updates, including how the FAA says the plane took off from Knoxville to fly to Benton, Arkansas that morning. That report also stating that the plane changed altitude several different times, then lost communication and went down soon after, requesting assistance from air traffic control. We now know the plane was owned by 45-year-old Jenny Blatlock. Giles County leaders saying that Jenny and her 78-year-old father, James, were killed in the crash. To read the full report, we have all the information. Go to fox17.com.
Good morning. Time right now is 7:10. Taking a quick look at your forecast when it comes to daylight. We're at that time of the year when we begin to finally start stretching out our days here in the coming months. So what does that mean for sunsets? 4:35, your sunset tonight. 4:38 on Christmas Day. Yeah, we don't get much gain here in the next couple of days, but look at 3 weeks from now. 4:49 will be our sunset. Now, these are just sunsets. Sunrises will also be a little bit earlier, so it's kind of like the slinky effect we have every year, where we expand and then contract our daylight. That's the start of the expansion of it here over the next couple of weeks. Right now, right side of your screen, we're in the 20s. We have the sun coming up this morning. No rain, nothing to worry about today. Highs will be in the 50s later this afternoon.
Okay, 7-Eleven right now. Do want to check in on this little incident for you on your screen. I-24 at Old Hickory Boulevard. It looks to be a little fender bender involving 2 different vehicles that are pulled over on the left shoulder. Right now, no lanes or traffic are blocked off. TDOT not there on the scene right now, but do keep in mind if you're heading out to I-24 Old Hickory Boulevard, just slow down a little bit and be mindful of this.
Well, and this is inbound to Nashville. So this is in the westbound lanes coming to Nashville. Traffic is backed up to Sam Ridley Parkway. So if you want to avoid that, you could take Murfreesboro Pike to come on in just in case we do get more of a backup there. Well, right now it is all hands on deck as folks in the Clarksville community continue to try to clean up from the tornado there. Bible Baptist Church is providing one way for people to give Christmas gifts. to those who had their homes damaged or destroyed back on December 9th.
Right now, Fox 17 News' Justin McFarland joining us live with more information. Justin, this is fantastic.
Really a fantastic way for a lot of people to give back after so many people have lost so much here in the Clarksville community. We're just in front of that particular church here, right here behind us, the the Bible Baptist Church here in Clarksville. They've got the big banner up right there, Tornado Relief Christmas Drive. What they're asking people to do is to drop off toys inside the church here starting at 9 o'clock this morning, and they're hoping they can provide the toys needed for at least 200 families who lost everything because of the tornadoes that have come through. Spoke with the associate pastor yesterday. He says they're just trying to make a difference.
We need things like toys and sports equipment, games, art supplies, electronics, and gift cards, and that's what we're attempting to raise and get for the people who lost their homes in the tornadoes.
Now, the pastor says they will be collecting toys today as well as tomorrow and again on Friday. So throughout the rest of the week before handing them out to the community, they do have one special request, and they say they are looking for toys in particular for teenagers, since so many of them are oftentimes left out when it comes to toys drives like this. So they say, yeah, that little dolly, it looks great, or that teddy bear or ball also looks good. But what they really need is something a little bit more substantial for 13, 14, 15-year-olds who have also lost so much in this storm. We're live for you this morning. I'm Justin McFarland, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
Justin, I love that you and they are pointing that out. You know, sometimes with the teenagers too, gift cards. Right? You know, if you're not sure what to do, a gift card for the teenagers would work. But if you'd like to help in another way, maybe you can't make it to Clarksville, but you want to help, scan the QR code on your screen. This is our direct link to the Salvation Army. We've teamed up with them to make sure you can safely and securely give a donation. Just scan that code. It'll take you straight to the Salvation Army's link where you can make a donation now.
All right, trying to make a difference. Coming together in the wake of the deadly tornado outbreak on December 9th. After the break, we're going to hear how the U.S. Small Business Administration is offering some much needed assistance. Beautiful shot right there. Welcome back. 7:16 is the time, and right now in Operation Crime and Justice, we want to let you know that police are still searching for the shooter responsible for a road rage murder that happened last Christmas.
This has just been such a devastating story for this family, by the way, who is from the Greenbrier area. The widow of the victim is calling for an arrest of whoever took her husband's life on Christmas Day last year.
Stephanie Sponhorst's husband, Christopher, was just 37 years old.
So tragic here. Take a look at your screen. And adding to the tragedy is the fact that there's still no justice here. That black Kia Optima, according to police, would be the key to solving the case. Christopher Sponhorst on Christmas Day was driving on I-24 when somebody fired deadly shots. And here we are, still no arrest and no peace for his widow.
Several people have really helped step in and kind of motivate me to do what he would have wanted, not what my flesh wants to do. I'm sure that around that time will be Rob. And we'll talk about him and remember him. And
yeah, it's just heartbreaking. Police also believe that Sponhorst's shooter continued west on I-24 after his Ford truck crashed into the median wall there. Metro Police say they have had numerous tips, and they also say there are multiple detectives working on this particular case. Right now, there is a reward for anyone with credible information that leads to an arrest. That reward is up to $20,000.
7:18 is your time right now, and Consumer Reports has a few bits of information that can help you beat the freeze this winter. All right, just kind of help you be prepared before we get into the real cold snap. Before the temperatures get too cold, do a few things around your house. Make sure your pipes are wrapped up on the outside and that everything is drained so you don't have any water freezing anywhere, which would cause a burst. Check your vents. All right, making sure that your vents are free of any debris, and cleaned out. That's a great way to make sure that air is ventilating properly. Open up your kitchen and bathroom cabinets to allow warmer air to get up under your plumbing there for your pipes. Right, that also would help keep from water freezing in the pipes, especially especially if those pipes are in an outside wall.
Okay.
Right, so say your kitchen sink is right up against your outside wall, or a bathroom sink is right up against an outside wall. Those are the ones that are more likely to freeze and then burst. And also clean out the gutters so you don't have ice damming.
The task that I hate doing.
I know. The ice damming, by the way, is a whole nother story we'll have to get into later. And make sure you trim your trees. That way you don't have any branches that fall on power lines or in your house.
I'm thinking about Greg because, Greg, have you turned your heat on yet?
I did, and it was one of those days where the first time you do it, and we hadn't really done it so much this season. We had maybe 1 or 2 days we did. But if you let it sit for a little while, you get that burning smell. And our smoke detector went off. And then the dog goes crazy and the whole 9 yards. That is a typical thing, though, as it gets everything moving when it comes to heating up your apartment, your home. Just know that that's a typical thing that will happen the first few times that you use the heater. Christmas Day, you won't need the heater. 48 degrees at 8 a.m., 57 degrees will be your temperature at 4 p.m. However, we've got to talk about rain, not just on Christmas Day, but also for weekend travel leading into Christmas on Monday. That's coming up in your forecast.
All right, Greg, thank you very much. Operation Crime and Justice right now at 7:20. And as we take a look at all of the relief efforts underway to help in cleanup after the deadly tornadoes, we are working to keep you in the know, especially if you are a small business owner, because there's help out there for you.
There certainly is. The U.S. Small Business Administration wants you to know they are available to businesses and residents impacted by the storms. Joining us right now is Tahita Mateen. She is with the Public Affairs Specialist. She's letting us know what we can do, how we can get involved with this.
Yeah, good morning, Tahita. So glad to have you here on our newscast this morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, what's the first thing? So say somebody's watching or listening and they are a small business owner that took on a lot of damage. What's the first thing they need to do?
The first thing you need to do is submit your application with the Small Business Administration. Now, there are several ways you can do this. You can visit a DRC or Business Recovery Center in the area. We are set up with the FEMA representatives as well. You can visit any of the centers. You can start your application. We will walk you through the entire program. Don't be afraid to come in. Don't be afraid to talk to us. Another way is that you can go to sba.gov/disaster and start your application. You just find the segment for the Tennessee tornadoes and start your application that way. It's not necessary for business owners to apply with FEMA first, but individuals and residents, please, we advise you to submit your application with FEMA first. That way, if you are referred and you're a homeowner or a renter and you're referred to the SBA, if for some reason we are unable to help you with the low interest disaster loan, we will refer you right back to FEMA for additional grant consideration. But businesses, help is out there. In times of disasters, we help homeowners and renters as well.
Okay. I have a question too. Once I get through this application process, it is the holiday season. How long before I get any kind of response to know, okay, I am going to get what I'm looking for?
Well, that's a really open statement. It varies from person to person. One person may have all the documents that they need. One person may, still try to seek those documents. So it really varies from person to person. But I will say this, if you need help with uploading your documents or making sure that your tax forms are filled out well, I would advise you to visit a center and talk to one of our customer service representatives. But that time frame really will vary on that applicant.
And I have a quick question for you too, Tahita. When you mention low interest loans, what kind of interest rates are we looking at, or is there a mathematical equation to know, how much somebody's going to have to pay on the loan that you provide?
Gotcha. Great question. So homeowners, the interest rate is as low as 2.688%. Business owners, the interest rate is as low as 4% for physical damages. Nonprofit organizations, the rate is 3.25%. And those loan terms have to be paid over 30 years, up to 30 years. So it's very favorable to the borrower since you have so much time to repay that debt. Yeah. And also with these low interest loans, these low interest disaster loans, survivors and applicants have 1 year with no interest and 1 year before your first payment is due. So it gives you some time to, get acclimated to your new recovery process.
All right, Tahita Mateen, thank you so much for giving us that very useful information. Going to help a lot of folks there.
Yeah, I do appreciate you. It's 7:24 right now. Fox 17 News this morning rolling on as we share a story of incredible odds that have been defied as local students create something special for some really special kiddos. How engineering majors at Tennessee Tech are making a difference.
Expect the unexpected.
Good morning. Here we are at 7:27, waking up here looking at your forecast, and here is Lower Broadway. Not much going on here to kick off the morning, which is good. We have the sun coming up. Sunrise was about 25 minutes ago. We're a little bit cold, though. Temperatures are in the 20s. Here you go. Look at your code red threat level. We're going to keep that arrow right where it is at. It can keep itself all the way to the left. After the weekend we had over December 9th, we can keep all clear and be happy about that. A few weekend showers, though, are possible Saturday and Sunday. The majority of the weekend will be dry, but Christmas Day itself gets even warmer, up to 60 degrees, and that's our best chance for some rain in the forecast. This morning we'll go from the 20s to the low 50s later on this afternoon.
Steer clear traffic right now. Greg, thanks so much. Getting in here to see how things are shaping up. This is what's left of that fender bender on I-24 at Old Hickory Boulevard. The good news is they've moved it from the center lanes over to the far right shoulder. So it was at that center median, but now it's off to the far right shoulder, and a little bit of a backup as a result through Laverne, but nothing worth a detour. A little slow as you approach I-40 at Fessler's this morning. Kind of slow coming in through Trinity Lane. Little slow on I-65 at Millersville, but no major crashes right now in the mid-state.
Hey, do me a favor and check this out. There is a preschooler getting a very special gift this year. It's a chair specifically designed for him by engineering students over at Tennessee Tech. Ben is in the Child Development Lab on campus and needed a chair to go ahead and wheel to help him stay comfortable, a wheelchair. So he wanted this for sitting for long stretches. In the end, they made this happen, the students coming together for a good cause.
Precious.
Created an adjustable, movable chair that's going to help with Ben over the next couple of years.
And NES is working to restore power to over a dozen people here in Madison. All of those details after the break.
There is nothing.
You're watching Fox 17 News This Morning, your Code Red station.
Good morning at 7:31 right now. New information about the teenagers who police say carjacked a woman at knife point, and new information about the latest teenager to turn himself in.
Waking up to increasing sunshine and temperatures that are going to go up and up into your Christmas weekend, but the rain chances will increase as well. We'll time it out in your forecast.
And traffic top of minds for so many holiday travelers out there, so we're going to keep monitoring any updates in your Steer Clear traffic reports. I want to start though by thanking you for waking up with us here on a hump day morning for Fox 17 News. I'm Erica Glover.
And I'm Jennifer Waddell. We're glad to be your live local news source, always here for you through 9 a.m.
Right now we are following breaking news out of Laverne. That is where firefighters say they are working hard to determine the cause of a deadly RV fire. We're mapping it out for you right here on the screen. Crews letting us know that they responded to the RV that caught fire behind a home over on Jane Ann Street around 4 o'clock this morning.
So when they got there and they made their way into that RV, they found a 47-year-old man dead. His name has not been released so far, but we're working to get more updates for you. And as they come in, we'll bring them to you on air live through 9 a.m.
We're also following another breaking news update. This one from Metro Police, who say a third young carjacking suspect is now in custody. Here's what you need to know. Take a look at this photo and reminding you that police say a third young carjacking suspect is now going to be facing serious charges. Officers say that a 16-year-old turned himself in last night. He is accused of carjacking a woman at knife point last Wednesday, along with a 12 and a 15-year-old.
All right, police say the three escaped from the Natchez Trace Academy in Waverly last Tuesday. We have a 12-year-old and a 15-year-old who were already in custody. As we mentioned, all 3 of them are now currently in detention. Now, this is a story that's had a lot of headlines here in Nashville. You can get the latest updates anytime by downloading the free Fox 17 News app. We've got this story posted there right now, so you can read more about it by just scanning that code that's on your screen.
The temperatures are always scrolling right there on the right side of your screen, and it is downright chilly in a lot of places, and residents in some areas are still in the dark.
Yeah, they are 7:33 right now, and Fox 17 News' Kylie Walker joining us live in one of the neighborhoods hardest hit. This is just off Nesbitt, where 3 people lost their lives.
Yeah, and you could just see all of the destruction. You weren't able to tell as much as it was dark. We got here at 4 a.m., but you can really see that right behind me now. Again, this is Nesbitt Lane in Madison. I want to step out so you can see what we're looking at out here. Now, the road closures have all been lifted, but it does look like a lot of these people cannot return to their homes still. You see all of that destruction, downed power lines, downed trees. We see a lot of tarps on the roofs of these homes, and just a lot of destruction. We know that this is probably going to look like this for quite some time, unfortunately. But we do know that crews are out here actively working. We do know that the latest numbers from NES say that 18 households, still have no power. I know that number doesn't sound very large in comparison to the 47,000 that they've already restored, but that just goes to show 18 households still without power, still trying to find some sort of warmth, especially it's been in the 20s all morning long, so they're just trying to find ways to keep warm during this time. We're going to continue to update you guys through the morning. We're going to go in just a few minutes here, try to go knock on some doors, see if anyone is experiencing any sort of power outage. We'll let you guys know later this morning. For now, live in Madison, Kylie Walker, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
7:35 your time, and yeah, we are definitely off to a cold start this morning. Not quite as bad as yesterday, but not great by any means. Just a little bit more comfort. I wouldn't say warmth, just more comfort than yesterday morning. 23 is your feels like temperature in Nashville, 19 in Murfreesboro, and 20 in McMinnville. We're still wanting winter coats. We have the sunshine. You're going to look out the window and go, wow, look at that. I'm going to get out of the way and let you just enjoy it. It looks beautiful. But we don't feel all that great here. Buses finishing up their morning routes here this morning, and we have temperatures that are going to be up to 40 degrees by 10 o'clock when the kids come home. We're going to be in the low 50s. Take a look here. 54 degrees later on this afternoon. We'll go to 55 for your Thursday. Look at the upcoming weekend. Now, what we're going to do here in about 10 minutes is take a look at this 7-day forecast and the nighttime temperatures that are in the 30s and 40s and the afternoons that are in the 60s, and compare it to last year when we had rolling blackouts and temperatures that went below zero. We'll do the compare and contrast and why this weekend looks good even though we have some rain.
It's like a night and day scenario when it comes to temperatures. All right, 7:36, we do want to check back in on this incident happening here, I-24 Old Hickory Boulevard. The good news is for this crash involving 2 different cars, a fender bender there, they have now moved over from the left-hand shoulder over to the right. So just be mindful of a little bit of a slowdown. Again, this is Old Hickory Boulevard, I-24. Talking about traffic, today is the first day of the 19-day holiday travel season. So much happening, and B&A wants you to, of course, have a smooth journey. So right now we're taking a live look over at B&A. This is going to be near the exit for the airport. We're going to the camera to show you that, to check in what's going over there. The airport also sharing some tips to make your trip go smoothly. First, get to the airport early. That's always some good advice. Leave yourself some time to park, to check in and get over to your gate. And be sure to check your flight status before even leaving the house. Pack smart and make sure you are familiar with TSA's quick travel tips. And finally, go ahead, they say, and use the complimentary or reduced rate short-term parking in the terminal garages.
7:37 is the time right now, and so we were curious to know what you think about the new short-term parking over at B&A. Do you feel like it's helping traffic in and around the airport? I'll tell you what we have seen in the mornings here. We have definitely seen a reduction in the traffic backups off that exit, which is 216A. But when we ask you on our Fox Nashville Twitter poll, do you think it's helped? Look at this. Most of you say no. 72% of you say you don't think it has helped. Just to reiterate here, if you are picking up somebody at the airport, you can park for free for the first 30 minutes at garages 1 and 2.
We are live this morning in Clarksville. This is where they're collecting toys to help storm victims. We're going to tell you exactly what they're looking for.
Adventure begins.
Welcome back to Fox 17 News this morning. We have breaking news and steer clear traffic. We need to draw your attention right now to the situation at I-65 at the I-24 loop. This is as you are coming down past Trinity Lane. What you're looking at here, these two lanes of traffic that are merging are approaching Metro Center. They're approaching Rosa Parks Boulevard, and we can see 3 cars currently crashed out, teed out on the scene here, blocking 1 lane of traffic plus the right shoulder. Looks like we've got somebody out walking around assessing the damage. I'm actually trying to see if I don't think there's anything off in the grassy area, but, trying to figure out, this is so dangerous too, right? When you got people out walking around on the interstate. So please make sure you steer clear of this area. I'm going to try to get you a detour. If you are trying to get toward Rosa Parks Boulevard this morning, the better way to get there would be to get off at Trinity Lane, right? So if you're coming down I-65, you're coming down past Trinity Lane, and then you're going to jump over to get toward Rosa Parks, or like if you're going toward Memphis, I would say get off at Trinity Lane and take Trinity Lane around the back way to get to Metro Center. That's a detour I take all the time. So that would be a good way to get around it. If you are otherwise trying to get to Memphis this morning via this I-24, I-65 merge point, I would say you may just want to not get up this far anyways. Take 440 around the loop to jump on 40 going west. And we've got more issues in steer clear traffic too. Erica, what do we have here?
Well, this one is at Ellington Parkway, Trinity Lane, and the good news is you can see the tow truck there. They're slowly getting that car out of the situation. I was also zooming in to see that officers have arrived on the scene. That's good news there with the flashing lights to kind of clear out the traffic. But again, Ellington Parkway, Trinity Lane, that crash involving just 1 car that's being towed away. We're checking in at 7:43 too, keeping an eye on your code red weather updates. The good news is, as of right now, 27 degrees. I say good news because we're not going to see any kind of showers today. You're just going to be dealing with the chilly temperatures, and we're going to track your warm up that's happening this weekend, just in time for the holidays in a couple of minutes.
Ready for some Christmas magic? One of the few deaf Santas in the country is in Nashville, delighting deaf children. You need to see their faces. That story's next.
Attention homeowners.
Welcome back to Fox 17 News this morning. Time right now is 7:46. Imagine you want to tell Santa all about what you want for Christmas, but either you can't communicate or he just doesn't understand. Well, that's what it can be like for deaf or hard of hearing children.
But it's all changing for a group of deaf kids who are meeting with a deaf Santa for the first time. Here's Dennis Ferrier with tonight's, or this morning's, I should say, Ferrier Files.
Gaylord Opryland Hotel has brought in a deaf Santa for Christmas, one of the few in the country. You want to feel a little Christmas magic? Right here, right now.
Look at this Santa. Twinkling eyes, rosy cheeks, a perfect beard. Not only that, the kids here at Vanderbilt's Mama Lear Hearing School get a big surprise.
Hello, what's your name?
This Santa is deaf, just like them.
Just having somebody like Santa, who is a big shot, who also has a hearing loss, is really encouraging for them and for the families as well, because they need to see that that is the future for their child. Their child is going to be a success, and their child is going to have a happy life.
Gaylord Opryland Hotel is bringing this Santa to all 5 of its hotels. He will be meeting with children right up until Christmas. It will be nothing less than a life-changing experience. Just ask his interpreter, 4th-generation deaf Anthony Mowell.
I never had a real conversation with Santa. We speak sign language. Every Santa at the mall, it's always, thumbs up, pat on the back. We get the picture and we go.
But all that changed for Anthony when he met this Santa, when Anthony brought his 5th-generation deaf daughter to this lap.
Meeting Charles, he just took my daughter's heart away, and I realized, that interaction they were having, that's what I've been missing my entire life. That's what my wife had been missing her entire life.
Helen Keller said, blindness separates you from things. Deafness separates you from people.
What do you want for Christmas?
Not today. Not with these kids. With this Santa, there is communication, there is connection. There's the one thing every child dreams of, Christmas magic.
And with Deaf Santa Claus, kind of feels like we're creating literal Christmas miracles every single day.
Once this Santa was a little boy named Charles Graves, a 5-year-old who met Santa and left empty.
And I watch my brother and sister, they're laughing, they're chatting with Santa, they're having a great time. And I waited my turn. And when it came time for my turn, I was so excited. Came up to him, Santa dropped his smile, gave me a blank face. He handed me this small gift. I just felt off. Am I the only deaf person in the entire world? It was very uncomfortable. It wasn't a good memory.
And so little Charlie grew up to be Santa and started fixing Christmas, one child at a time.
All right. Thank you so much.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
You got us again, Dennis.
Well,
what a story.
When he started to be a new Santa, and he wasn't sure if he wanted to do it, and there was a little boy with CP, cerebral palsy, so he was very stiff, and he was having trouble signing, and Santa understood him. He's real good, and the boy came up and hugged him and pulled his beard, and it was one of his first days as Santa. So they go back to the car. His hearing daughter is in the car. So they're in the car. His daughter just bursts into tears, uncontrollably sobbing in the car. And he's like, "What's wrong? What happened to you?" And she says, "My dad's the real Santa."
Oh,
my dad's the real Santa.
That means everything.
It does. And you know what, too? What I love about this story is, when Santa was little, right, and felt alone and never knew, what his life was going to be like, and to take what most people would have seen as a setback, right, and you hear this phrase, right, things that seem like a setback are actually a setup.
Yeah.
For bigger and better things down the road. What an incredible way to turn that around and to make such a difference in the world.
It's like this long list of deaf children that have never told Santa what they want.
Yes.
And he's making that list smaller, right? Smaller and smaller and smaller.
Miracle worker.
Dennis is going to have us tearing up this morning, right?
It's already happening.
Bring it.
Well, look, we have these just in case.
Oh, my goodness.
And I'm glad we did. All right, Dennis, thank you so much. Always appreciate you.
Gonna have us tearing up?
I know.
Already here on this end. I mean, this is that time of the year when everybody else around you should be more important than yourself. You help everyone else out, and it makes everyone's life better, and then hopefully they pass that along and they keep it going. And that's just one of those stories right there, which is just incredible. Taking a look here when it comes to the weather the next couple of days. Maybe you're going to go out, maybe you've adopted a family, you've done an angel tree from your church. Any of those things, and you're getting those last-minute gifts. Today, tomorrow, and Friday all look fantastic. We're a little bit cold right now in the 20s, but 50s later on this afternoon. No rain, no ice, no snow today, tomorrow, or Friday. Rain chances will increase a little bit as we creep in toward the weekend, but until then, we're going to be in the 50s to low 60s for the rest of this upcoming week. So taking a look here, moving forward out of the cold temperatures we had yesterday into more manageable times. 54 degrees this afternoon, 55 for your Thursday, 58 on Friday, low 60s on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And as promised, coming up in a few minutes, we're going to look at the cold temperatures we had almost a calendar year ago from today, where we had rolling blackouts, temperatures below zero. We'll look at the comparison between what we're going to get, which is very warm leading into this holiday weekend compared to last year, and the frigid cold that we had to deal with.
Greg, thank you. The latter part of our morning commute has turned out to be a little rougher than the earlier part of the morning. And here's case in point. This is I-24 at Bell Road, where we've got a crash potentially involving 3 cars, although it almost looks like one car could be towing another. Hard to make out, but what you'll want to know is this is inbound to Nashville. This is impacting your commute from places like Smyrna and Laverne. This is right near Bell Road where you jump off for, say, the Ford Ice Center or the Global Mall at the crossings. In the left shoulder up against the concrete barrier there and causing a brake check. Best detour here would be Murfreesboro Pike. Kids are already in school, so most of that school traffic should have cleared up by now. Murfreesboro Pike, good detour here. We'll check in on a couple of other crashes, one on I-65 and which is right here, which is starting to make some progress as far as getting this out of the way, and another one on Ellington Parkway. Another live look in minutes. Right now, 7:53. Let's talk Titans. We have a live look over at Nissan Stadium this morning. All's quiet right now, but coming up Christmas Eve, we've got a home matchup in Nashville. So the Titans getting ready to host the Seattle Seahawks this Sunday at noon. Again, it's Christmas Eve. We're still waiting to hear whether our quarterback, Will Levis, will be able to play Sunday after that ankle injury this past weekend. Also, by the way, worth noting, the Seahawks are on the bubble right now for the playoffs. Our chances are shot, but the Titans could still get in, the Seahawks could still get in if they beat the Titans. They would be the next team in. So a lot on the line for them, and we'll keep you updated on the Will Levis injury as those updates come in. Spreading a little holiday cheer, Fox 17 News wanting to know about some of your holiday favorites, and not just know about them, but share them for others to enjoy. We're going to take a look at our Facebook page and see what y'all are talking about here in just a minute.
17 News at 9.
Welcome back to Fox 17 News this morning. 7:56 is your time. You still have a chance to get a little extra cash for the holidays with our holiday trivia contest.
Yeah, so we're giving you some updates about here, and go ahead and grab your phone and scan this QR code that's right here on the screen to win the $100 Visa gift card. Get the question right, and you could also win the daily prize, plus be eligible for a $5,000 chance to win the $5,000 prize. So again, scan the QR code that's right here on your screen, get the holiday trivia question right, and you only have a couple of more days to go ahead and enter this.
All right, now's your chance. Hey, over on our Fox 17 Facebook page right now, we've been asking, what is your #1 food or drink indulgence during the holidays? And if you have favorites, we love to see them so we can share the joy. Let's see what you have to say here. Michelle Warner told us fudge, shortbread cookies, and Brock's Christmas nougat.
I like what Kitty Phillips wrote, eggnog and fruitcake.
Okay. Hey, she's team fruitcake. Are you? Do you like the fruitcake? You know what I found over the years? I'm not a big fruitcake fan, but if you toast it and then put butter on it.
Huh, okay.
It kind of makes it a little bit better.
A little bit better. That sounds promising.
Peggy Tansel watching says fudge, and I need the Brock's nougat candy to complete the holidays. So there's another vote for Brock's.
Huh. All right, let's check in now with our Code Red meteorologist, Greg Bobus. Greg, what's your favorite snack?
See, this isn't even a snack situation for me because I can't have a lot of the sweet things just because of allergies. You give me, and we're talking holidays, I think Thanksgiving into Christmas.
Okay.
I'm going to say one word. Gravy.
What?
A good homemade gravy. You can put that on anything. You can put it on a bumper, and I'm going to eat that
on
here.
A bumper?
If it's a good homemade gravy.
Dude, protect the teeth.
That's what, you know what? Then you just get a spoon and you scoop it off. That's how you go here. As far as your Christmas day goes. Now, I'm also a person, though, that goes turkey for Thanksgiving and then ham for Christmas, and Jen helped hook me up with my Christmas ham this year. So when I have the picture that comes out in about a week from now, you're going to see how she helped me out. Taking a look here. Christmas Day, 48 degrees at 8 a.m., 58 degrees at noon, 57. This is going to be a very warm one here. Temperatures a year ago were in the single digits for low temperatures this time of the year. We're going to be in the 40s as you wake up on Christmas Day. So if you wanted a white Christmas, not this time around. Keep dreaming of it. You might get one next year, but it's not going to happen this year. And Jen, thanks for the ham.
You're welcome. I'm just still trying to figure out where you came up with bumper. Putting gravy on a bumper.
One of my dad's old sayings is, if it's
was
good
it?
enough, you can put it off a bumper.
Okay,
and
all right.
matter.
Okay, that was a dadism. I got it. All right, thanks, Greg. 7:59 right now. I want to head back out to steer clear traffic. And one crash that's causing an issue on your morning commute. This is along I-24 at Bell Road, definitely causing a brake check. We've got the far left lane closed and the left shoulder. So everybody's having to shift over a little bit. The delay is down into Laverne right now. You can take Murfreesboro Pike as a good detour. We will update you on the crash at the I-65 I-24 merge in minutes.
You're watching Fox 17 News This Morning, your Code Red station.
Good morning. Right now it's 8 o'clock. It has been almost a year since someone shot and killed a Greenbrier man on a Nashville interstate, and whoever did it is still on the run. His widow is speaking with Fox 17 News this morning, sharing their story.
And NES continues to restore power to all of those homes that were impacted by the tornadoes that ripped through the mid-state. Those details shortly.
And thankfully warming going into the weekend. We had a cold morning yesterday, cold once again today. Those folks that don't have power, a little warm surge takes us into the holiday weekend coming up in your Code Red forecast.
I want to start by thanking you for waking up with us here bright and early on a Wednesday morning. For Fox 17 News, I'm Erica Glover.
And I'm Jennifer Waddell. Glad to be your live local news team. For the next hour, we've always got you covered through 9 a.m. And we do begin with breaking news out of Laverne this morning. Just new in about the last half hour, firefighters have confirmed to Fox 17 News they're trying to figure out what caused a deadly RV fire. They showed up to the RV right behind a house on Jane Ann Street around 4 o'clock this morning. And when they got inside, they found a 47-year-old man dead. His name has not been released. We will continue to update you on this breaking story as we learn more information in the next hour. And an update this morning as the FBI says hundreds of false bomb threats emailed to Jewish facilities across the country and here in the mid-state all originated from outside of the country. According to CNN, whoever did it does appear to be connected to the other people and other emails sent out. Now, none of these threats involved any credible risk of harm to anybody, but we know that more than 400 Jewish synagogues, schools, and other institutions had all been targets of these threats. They come amid a spike of concerning threats against the Jewish community since the start of the Israel-Hamas war.
Now to a breaking news update here in Middle Tennessee regarding the tornadoes. Clarksville now reporting that a fourth person in the area has died of tornado-related injuries, raising the statewide death toll to 7. 78-year-old Penny Scroggins passed away on Saturday. Clarksville now reporting that Penny lived with her son in a mobile home. Well, the tornado destroyed their home and injured both of them, but her son has been released from the hospital. And in the cold, without power is what some local residents are dealing with more than a week after severe weather rocked parts of the mid-state. Right behind me here, Fox 17 News' Kylie Walker is giving us a look over in Madison as some neighborhoods and some folks are still dealing with bad power outages there. Good morning, Kylie.
Hey, good morning. Yeah, NES has restored power to more than 47,000 households. Now, we do know that there are about 18 households, this is according to the latest numbers from NES, that still do not have power. And we are 11 days out since that tornado touched down and destroyed a lot of these homes. I'll step out so you can see what we're looking at. This is Nesbitt Lane in Madison. Now, this is where 3 people died during those tornadoes. You're seeing lots of destruction, downed trees, downed power lines. Those homes are tarped. We have windows that are boarded up, so there's still a lot of work to be done in this area, although they have lifted all road closures. Not sure how many people are living in these homes or when they'll be able to return to these homes. We are going to try to talk to some people. I know there's a couple people outside to see if they are still experiencing any power outages. We'll let you guys know later this morning. But for now, live in Madison, Kylie Walker, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
Kylie, thank you. And of course, Fox 17 News is committed to keeping you up to date on all the ongoing recovery efforts from this terrible event.
Yes, we are. And so to see all of our coverage, you can, hear stories of incredible survival, hope. Just research on our fox17.com website, tornadoes, and it'll take you to all of our comprehensive coverage right there.
Sunshine is out this morning, but this is one of those stories where we know that when weather moves in quickly like that, it comes in, it moves out very quickly, and it's very easy to forget the aftermath of it. So we continue to show you what is going on, the cleanup efforts, the areas you can go to give some help. When you get a severe storm like this that moves through, a tornado like this that takes lives from people away right before the holidays, this is the biggest time to give back. Nothing happening right now, but maybe give back a little bit. Maybe you wanted to get yourself that extra gift for yourself for Christmas. Pay it forward to someone. It could go a long way when it just comes to helping everyone this holiday season. Code red, threat level all clear. The weekend, get a little bit of rain Saturday and Sunday, but today, if you're driving, holiday travel, Atlanta, Charlotte, Birmingham, Cincinnati, St. Louis, dry across the board. Whether you're driving to these locations or you might have folks coming in from them, everything looks A-OK to start off this morning and into the afternoon.
All right, steer clear traffic right now. Promised I would take you over to I-65 and I-24. This is it. We had a crash here involving 3 cars taking up both shoulders and the zebra stripes. This is already a very congested merge point. And I'll be honest with you, it's a dangerous curve because you're coming off I-64 from north of town. Right, like you're going to come over to Rosa Parks and Metro Center, and you're flying off the other side from I-24, I-65. Very dangerous merge point here. The good news is they've got police, TDOT, and then the crash cars off to the side, but you can see a serious slowdown here. If you want to avoid this intersection and you're north of town, just jump off at Trinity Lane. If you're south of town, you can take the 40 loop south to get around.
In Operation Crime and Justice, want to let you know that police are still searching for the shooter for a road rage murder that happened last Christmas. The widow of the victim is now calling for an arrest of the person who took her husband's life. It happened on Christmas Day.
It did, and just a tragedy for this family in Greenbrier. Stephanie Spanhorst's husband, Christopher, just 37 years old when all of this happened, again, almost 1 year ago. If you take a look on your screen right now, you can see a black Kia Optima. Police think that car is connected to the road rage murder of Christopher on Christmas Day. And here we are, like I said, almost a year later, and still no arrest and no peace.
Several people have really helped step in and kind of motivate me to do what he would have wanted, not what my flesh wants to do. I'm sure that around that time will be rough. And we'll talk about him and remember him. And
well, police believe that the shooter responsible for this continued west on I-24 after his Ford truck car crashed into the median wall there. Metro Police say they have had numerous tips, and there are multiple detectives who are working on this case. They want you to know there is a reward for anyone with information. It is now up to $20,000.
We're live this morning in Clarksville, where they are collecting toys for storm victims. We've got an important update to tell you about coming up in the next few minutes.
Breaking news in steer clear traffic right now. It is 8:10. We have a serious crash that has brought an almost full stop to I-24 at the Silliman Evans Bridge. We were just mentioning a moment ago a crash that's clearing at I-24 and I-65. This crash at the Silliman Evans Bridge is just before you get to that. This is right over by Nissan Stadium on yet another one of our flyovers, right? I was just talking about how dangerous these are anyways, but you know, on a high traffic day like today, it's worse. Here's the thing, and I'm actually behind the scenes right now talking to our executive producer, Mel. We're trying to get a better feel for what we're looking at. And we think that if you see those white cars with the flashing lights off toward the right shoulder, we think we can see something that is incredibly crumpled up. It is very hard to make out what we're seeing, but a lot of first responders here right now. We've got TDOT on the scene. And one of the things that I just noticed a moment ago, that white van that we see up toward the front of this crash, there's a possibility looking at this may be deadly. So we're going to monitor this for you. I'm going to, as we talk about weather and stuff, I'm going to work to get a detour so that you can get around this. And obviously we want to use all sensitivity with regards to this crash. So keep it here for those updates here in moments.
Yeah, big story here. Anytime we see any crash, we take it seriously, and then you see something like that, and you just have to make sure we double down on making sure we know what is going on, and we're going to get that information for you. This morning, when it comes to weather, weather is not the story that we have to worry about this morning. We're warmer. We're in the 20s. We're going to be in the 50s later on this afternoon. Our dog of the day, Piper, is going to enjoy today when it comes to getting out the door and enjoying a nice little dog walk. So Piper, sent in by Jane, thank you for this photo. Look at that sweet face here this morning. We could all use a little smile here going in toward the holidays. And I love the coloring here. We have the white fur with the black ears, almost kind of like Snoopy out there this morning. Taking a look here. Dog walking forecast, 36 degrees at 9 a.m., 53 by 3 o'clock. No wind today. An easy day, but rain moves in for the weekend, leading us into Christmas. We'll look at that coming up in the next check of your forecast.
Greg, thank you. There is a new report out that is shedding light on how Tennessee cares for residents with disabilities. This year, the volunteer state does remain below average. The Tennessee Disability Coalition just releasing their disability scorecard and giving our state a grade of a D.
This year's grade is a drop from last year's, and it shows where our state is falling short when it comes to policies and opportunities when it comes to folks who are in that community. Family caregiving support specifically scored an F-. If you want to read the full Tennessee Disability Coalition scorecard, we are going to get it posted for you over on our website, fox17.com.
Lifting the spirits of patients in a special way. Coming up, we're going to tell you about the new program that just launched in Middle Tennessee. Right now, Fox 17 News following this breaking news situation in our Steer Clear traffic report. This is Silliman Evans Bridge, and there is a crash involving, well, one single car crash, but multiple crews responding here.
Yeah, this looks to be a fairly serious crash. We just saw an ambulance pull up. We do want to we want to use caution and sensitivity reporting on this crash because we're not sure the seriousness of injuries involved here. So this is, if you are on I-24 and you are coming south, like I-65, I-24 down by the Nissan Stadium where the Titans play, this is going to be outbound in that direction. So we've got the right shoulder, the right lane, the middle lane, all blocked up, and we're seeing first responders very specifically centered around something that is near a white car. We've got a lot of first responders here, so it is a little difficult to make out. And we saw a crumpled something involved as well here. So what looks to be a fairly serious situation, just barely a lane and a half getting by here. We're going to monitor this. I will say quickly before we jump over to weather, as it pertains to a detour, I would say because traffic is backed up all the way north of Trinity Lane. Okay, this is causing a huge impact. I would say take Briley Parkway to come all the way around Nashville to get south of town. So I would jump off of I-65 at Briley Parkway to take it all the way down to avoid this. You're going to go all the way around it.
And here we are at 8:17. Yeah, we're gonna keep our eyes glued to that situation. Also, we're looking at a year-to-year comparison when it comes to temperatures. We're gonna get warmer going into Christmas Day, thankfully. A lot of families recovering here after our tornado outbreak over the December 9th weekend. This is what we had last year. The 22nd through 26th, we had nighttime temperatures that dropped down to right around 10 degrees. On December 22nd, 1 below zero on the 23rd, and 5 degrees on Christmas Eve, only to go back up to 14 for Christmas Day. Here's how we work it out this time around. We're going to have 40s overnight leading into the holiday weekend. Afternoon temperatures will be in the 60s. A few hit and miss light rain showers for Saturday and Sunday, with some scattered rain activity throughout the day on Christmas Day itself.
Well, this Wednesday morning in your community here on Fox 17 News, it is all hands on deck. Bible Baptist Church of Clarksville is providing a way for people to get Christmas presents to those whose homes were damaged or destroyed in the December 9th tornadoes.
You know, this is part of the true Christmas spirit. You know, when we talk about what's Christmas all about and what does it mean to have the spirit of the season, this is so much of what it is exactly. And we've got Fox 17 News' Justin McFarland joining us live this morning to show us how it is alive and well.
Well, good morning. Yes, and they are hoping to have more of that Christmas spirit pour in to the church here at the Bible Baptist Church here in Clarksville. This is where they are having a tornado relief Christmas gift drive. They are estimating that around 200 homes here in Clarksville were completely destroyed, and that means a lot of the Christmas gifts that were bought were also destroyed as well. So that's why they're asking for toys to be brought in. I just spoke with one of the associate pastors. They tell me that they are getting a response, but they need more. They are in need right now of toys for the holiday season, and that is especially true, they say, for teenagers as well, and they're hoping to get a response by Friday.
We have been asked that we kind of focus a lot of the presents, if we could, on teenagers, because teenagers oftentimes are left out of gift and present drives like this. So that was one of the things the county asked us specifically about.
Now, they will start accepting gifts at 9 o'clock this morning through 5 p.m. in the afternoon here at the church. They're asking people if you can bring those gifts unwrapped. They can wrap them themselves. They're also asking that the gifts be new. They're looking for new gifts to make sure that all of the victims have a Merry Christmas. They say they are still looking for a significant response from the community. So if you have it in your heart, bring by a gift and make sure that some of these families who have lost everything at least have something to look forward to on Christmas morning. We're live for you this morning in Clarksville. I'm Justin McFarland, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
Justin, thank you. And Fox 17 News is dedicated to helping those impacted by the tornadoes. That is why we're partnering with the Salvation Army. But we cannot help mid-state storm victims without your help. So just scan the QR code that's on your screen right now to make a donation. And remember, no amount is too small.
It's 8:20 right now, and new this morning, Musicians on Call is teaming up with TriStar Centennial Medical Center to celebrate the start of a brand new program that is going to bring music, and some of this is going to be live music, right into our hospitals on a regular basis.
This is fantastic. We do want to let you know the new program will bring volunteer musicians to the hospital every month, aiming to heal people through music. The two organizations held the celebration at the Garden Court with a special live performance from the country music duo Tiger Lily Gold.
We've been a band for over 10 years and we've got to do a lot of fun things, but at the root of it all, we love to spread joy through music, and we feel like it's important to use our gifts to give back to people. So partnering with Musicians on Call makes that possible, going from room to room, and it's the least we can do is to spread a little joy and, distract patients from whatever they're going through. Their families also needed a little pick-me-up at some points too, so it's fun to just use our gifts of music and spread some joy. Musicians on Call is a nonprofit organization that brings music live or recorded to patients' bedside, and it's across America.
At 8:21, we are following breaking news and steer clear traffic of a very serious crash on I-24 near the Silliman-Evans Bridge. This is right over by Nissan Stadium. We'll get you more updates and detours in minutes.
And a man is dead after being shot in an alleyway. What we now know about his attempts to try and get some help.
Owner loyalty cap.
Welcome back to Fox 17 News this morning. Breaking news updates after a serious crash has happened this morning on I-24 near the Silliman-Evans Bridge. We've confirmed this does have serious injuries. TDOT has now coned off the far right shoulder, the right lane, and the inside lane. Traffic barely getting by. Very concerning, as we have seen a heavy police presence here on this crash site. And Erica is going to help us get through this area with a detour. Briley Parkway is going to be the best way to get around, no matter what side of town you're on. So whether you're on I-65, I-24, or I-40, that's going to be the best way to come on around. Greg's going to join us now to get an update of the forecast.
That we will. In the forecast here, weather's not an issue. So everything we've been seeing here in steer clear traffic is not weather related. We have sunshine this morning. We're a little bit warmer than yesterday, but still a cold start. The three big bullet points we're going to hit as we go into the 8:30 half hour will be the cold start today, a warm up into the upcoming holiday weekend, but also what it means for your holiday travel when I bring the word rain. Not snow, not ice, but rain into the forecast. Right side of your screen, current temperatures are in the 20s this morning, and we are loaded with sunshine to begin here on your Wednesday.
Alrighty, Greg, thank you so much. At just about 8:26 right now, Metro Police say the man who was hurt initially in a North Nashville shooting just yesterday has now died.
Police say Dominic Bonds was shot in an alley over in the 1800 block of 15th Avenue North. It happened around 2:20 in the morning. They say he was able to make it to a nearby apartment for help and was rushed to the hospital where he later died. Now, the motive for this particular shooting is still under investigation, according to police, but they're asking anyone who might have information to call Crime Stoppers. That number is 615-742-7463.
NES continues to restore power after tornadoes rip through the mid-state. Those details after the break.
On your Christmas list?
You're watching Fox 17 News This Morning, your Code Red station.
Coming up on Fox 17 News this Wednesday morning, we have new information about the teenagers who police say carjacked a woman at knife point, who police are still looking for and what they discovered.
Waking up this morning to sunshine, so weather not a problem here this morning. A little bit warmer than yesterday. Rain moves in leading into your Christmas weekend, Saturday, Sunday, and Christmas Day. We'll take a look at how much we can see coming up in your forecast.
And right now in steer clear traffic, we've had 4 crashes in the last 45 minutes. Fox 17 News showing you the latest one here. This is in the same zone where we've tracked 2 other crashes within about a mile and a half. So Fox 17 News with those updates and detours in minutes.
Busy morning, and do want to thank you for waking up with us here on Fox 17 News. I'm Erica Glover.
And I'm Jennifer Waddell. We are your live local news source through 9 a.m. We have 30 minutes to go here and want to make sure you are updated before you head out the door. Let's get to steer clear traffic right now. This is the newest crash just reported. I-24 at the I-65 junction. This crash is not even a quarter of a mile down the road from another crash that we've been following just up the road at the I-65 I-24 junction. The good news here, that other crash has cleared, which is why we're seeing traffic move through pretty easily here. This is impacting people, though, who are trying to get along that I-65 I-24 corridor over toward Rosa Parks and Metro Center. So steer clear here. They've got it off to the right shoulder. That's the good news. Not a high impact, but this one is. Unfortunately, we have had a very serious crash in the opposite direction, but about a mile and a half down the road at I-24 at the Silliman Evans Bridge. Still a very heavy police presence. TDOT is on the scene. The road is blocked off down to about 1 lane of traffic and maybe 2 lanes barely squeaking by. Best detours to avoid this entire corridor. Again, this is the I-65 I-24 corridor around Nissan Stadium. Best advice, no matter which direction you're coming this morning, take Briley Parkway. Briley Parkway will get you around from I-65, I-24, and I-40 so that you can avoid this mess.
8:31 your time. And Jen, I know you and I were, we've all been talking here in studio. There was an ambulance between those 2 TDOT cars that seems to have not been there in the last check that we just had moments ago. So whether or not anyone was put into the ambulance, we're going to get all the information for you here as we go throughout this morning. Weather, not a big deal. Cold start, temperatures in the 20s, warming up into the weekend. Holiday travel, we're going to have a really good driving forecast for us here for everyone today, tomorrow, and Friday. Rain will move in as we go into our upcoming weekend, though. Let's take a look at your 7-day forecast, and then we'll continue to chunk it out in little pieces here for you for the rest of the next half hour. 54 degrees later on this afternoon, 55. Your temperature tomorrow, 58 on Friday, right near 60 on Saturday and Sunday. A year ago from right now, we had temperatures that were below 0 around this time of the year. Far cry from that. We're going to have temps that'll be in the 30s and 40s overnight leading into your holiday weekend. So warmer, but a little bit of rain that we have to deal with on and off.
Yeah, Greg, thank you. And those temperatures are chilly, and unfortunately, some folks across the mid-state are still dealing with power outages.
They are. In fact, NES crews have been working 24/7 since the December 9th tornadoes, but so much damage to the infrastructure, to the grid system has really put a lot of families in a bad way. Joining us live this morning is Fox 17 News' Kylie Walker. She's been in Madison, right there along Nesbitt Lane, where we saw most of the damage.
Yeah, and I actually just spoke with a worker at a nearby business, SBA Communications. He was just telling me a little bit about what all went down that day. He told me that to my left there is going to be a mobile home park. He said one of those trailers was picked up through that tornado and then thrown onto another home just to my left. We're seeing lots of destruction out here. We know that Nesbitt Lane, where we're standing, is where 3 people unfortunately passed away. I'm going to step out so you can see what we're looking at out here. We're seeing lots of destruction on this street, lots of tarped homes, boarded up windows, downed power lines, debris stacked up. And it is just still very eerie out here. We know that those road closures have since been lifted, but there's still a lot more work to be done. Now, NES, the latest numbers show that 18 households still are without power. We know that NES has restored that power to more than 47,000 homes. So 18 may not sound like a large number, but it's really cold out. It's been in the 20s all morning long. So that means those 18 households don't have much warmth to get them by. But the worker that I spoke with tells me that a lot of these homes are empty now because if people don't have power, they're not staying here. He says with his business, he hasn't even tried to turn the power back on. They shut it down the day of, but it's too unsafe to go into his place of work because a lot of these ceilings are caved in. We're going to continue to try to talk to any neighbors that we see. Again, not many people out here on Nesbitt Lane here in Madison, but we will continue to try throughout the morning and let you guys know if anything changes. For now, live in Madison, I'm Kylie Walker, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
Kylie, thank you. We also have a breaking news update. Metro Police say a third young carjacking suspect is now in custody. Officers say a 16-year-old turned himself in last night, and he's accused of carjacking a woman at Knife Point last Wednesday, along with a 12-year-old and a 15-year-old. Police say the 3 managed to escape from the Natchez Trace Academy that's over in Waverly, and they did that last week. So right now, the 12-year-old and 15-year-old are also in custody, and we're getting some more updates. We do know they were all booked into the Juvenile Detention Center.
It's 8:35 right now, and Fox 17 News always working to keep you updated on big stories like that one. You can get push alerts and breaking news updates anytime if you just download the free Fox 17 News app. It is one more way that we work to keep you informed.
We're live this morning in Clarksville, where the push is on to get kids some toys in time for Christmas. But not just any kids, kids who've been through quite a lot over the last few weeks. We're going to explain when we come back.
Defendant. Hey, welcome back. 'Tis the season of giving, and everyone is doing their part. Bible Baptist Church of Clarksville is helping community members impacted by the tornadoes that swept across our state.
Yes, Fox 17 News' Justin McFarland is joining us live this morning to tell us how they're doing it.
Yeah, good morning. I've spoken with the associate pastor this morning, and they are hoping that even though they've had a few gifts, that things will start to pick up here over the next couple of days. Right back behind me here at the Bible Baptist Church here in Clarksville. This is where they are collecting toys for the victims of the tornadoes here in Clarksville to make sure everyone has a Merry Christmas. Now, they've been collecting toys for a couple of days. They say they really need toys for teenagers in particular. They're starting at 9 o'clock this morning, and they're really hoping to touch around 200 families who've lost everything.
It's been encouraging to see. I was able to visit one of the community centers where they're putting things together, and it was just amazing to see how much food, how much clothing, and all of the things that were going on. The operation that they had there was really pretty remarkable, and we were attempting to do something like that on a smaller scale, but we'd certainly like to be a part of that here in our community as well.
And so they are asking for your help. They're asking for people to bring unwrapped, brand new toys to make sure that all of the kids involved will have a wonderful and Merry Christmas. They're very afraid that the 200 families who had their houses completely wiped out by that EF3 tornado 10 days ago lost all of their Christmas gifts along with their homes. So they're hoping to do something, make sure they've got something under the Christmas tree in that hotel room, in that family member's room, Newsroom to make sure that they have a Merry Christmas. So they're asking people to bring those toys by here, by the church, today, tomorrow, and on Friday between the hours of 9 and 5, and then they will distribute those toys coming up here by the weekend. We're live for you this morning in Clarksville. I'm Justin McFarland, Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.
Justin, thank you. And Fox 17 News dedicated to helping those impacted by the tornadoes. That is why we are busy partnering with the Salvation Army to make it happen. Go ahead and grab your phone and scan the QR code that's right there on your screen to make a donation. And remember, we always say this, no amount is too small.
Let's get you updated and steer clear traffic right now as we follow a couple of crashes with high impact. When I say high impact, look at your screen right now. This is traffic at a standstill on I-65 at Dickerson Pike. This is, I thought it was 8. It's more like 9.5 miles from the crash at the Silliman-Evans Bridge on I-24. So the backup from the crash at I-24 at Silliman-Evans Bridge right by Nissan Stadium is about 9 miles long. I'm going to recommend if you are north of Nashville and you take I-65 to come into town, take Dickerson Pike, take Gallatin Pike, and then jump on Briley Parkway to get around, because this is a mess. Again, there's your word of warning. Briley Parkway going to be your best workaround as a result of that crash at the Silliman-Evans Bridge. This is another crash we've been following. This is I-24 at Bell Road. They still haven't been able to clear this. This has been lingering for the better part of almost an hour now, but you can see what it's doing to traffic. So if you are this morning on I-24, southeast of town, so Smyrna, Laverne, Murfreesboro, you could jump on over to Murfreesboro Pike and take that to come in and get around a little bit of backup here.
And Christmas is 5 days away, so a lot of folks are making those holiday weekend plans. So we're checking out your Christmas Day forecast. And right now you can see 8 a.m., 48 degrees, but then look at 4 p.m., 57 degrees. So we're talking about a big increase from right now where many places are sitting in the mid-20s. A good outlook if you're dealing with some 60s, a little bit of rainfall on Christmas Day. We'll have your full forecast coming up in a couple of minutes.
Ready for some Christmas magic? One of the few deaf Santas in the country is in Nashville, delighting deaf children. You need to see their faces. That story's next.
It's running out for limited.
Welcome back to Fox 17 News this morning. Imagine you want to tell Santa all about what you want for Christmas, but either you can't communicate or he might not be able to understand you. Well, that's what it can be like for deaf or hard of hearing children.
Yeah, but that's all changing for a group of deaf kids who are meeting with Santa, a deaf Santa, for the first time. Here's Dennis Ferrier with this morning's Ferrier Files.
Gaylord Opryland Hotel has brought in a deaf Santa for Christmas, one of the few in the country. You want to feel a little Christmas magic? Right here, right now.
Look at this Santa. Twinkling eyes, rosy cheeks, a perfect beard. Not only that, the kids here at Vanderbilt's Mama Lear Hearing School get a big surprise.
Hello, what's your name?
This Santa is deaf, just like them.
Just having somebody like Santa who is a big shot, who also has a hearing loss, is really encouraging for them and for the families as well, because they need to see that that is the future for their child. Their child is going to be a success, and their child is going to have a happy life.
Gaylord Opryland Hotel is bringing this Santa to all 5 of its hotels. He will be meeting with children right up until Christmas. It will be nothing less than a life-changing experience. Just ask his interpreter, 4th-generation deaf Anthony Mowell.
I never had a real conversation with Santa. You know, we speak sign language. Every Santa at the mall, it's always, thumbs up, pat on the back. We get the picture and we go.
But all that changed for Anthony when he met this Santa, when Anthony brought his 5th-generation deaf daughter to this lap.
Meeting Charles, he just took my daughter's heart away, and I realized, that interaction they were having, that's what I've been missing my entire life. That's what my wife had been missing her entire life.
Helen Keller said, blindness separates you from things. Deafness separates you from people.
What do you want for Christmas?
Not today. Not with these kids. With this Santa, there is communication, there is connection. There's the one thing every child dreams of, Christmas magic.
And with Deaf Santa Claus, kind of feels like we're creating literal Christmas miracles every single day.
Once this Santa was a little boy named Charles Graves, a 5-year-old who met Santa and left empty.
And I watch my brother and sister, they're laughing, they're chatting with Santa, they're having a great time. And I waited my turn. And when it came time for my turn, I was so excited. Came up to him, Santa dropped his smile, gave me a blank face. He handed me this small gift. I just felt off. Am I the only deaf person in the entire world? It was very uncomfortable. It wasn't a good memory.
And so little Charlie grew up to be Santa and started fixing Christmas, one child at a time.
Thank you so much.
Hearing about how he came to be in this position, his experience.
Yeah. I mean, it's his experience because you think about it, and I don't think about it. I never thought about it. You're deaf, and you go see Santa. Of course, he knows sign language. He's magic, and then he does it. And then he pats you on the back and gives you a thumbs up and you get your picture. That's not what you come for. Mm-hmm. That's not what you come for. Maybe your parents won't take you for the picture, right? Mm-hmm. But you don't go there for that. You go there to talk to Santa. And you just think, what in the world? Mm-hmm. And I mean, just think, Gaylord Opryland, they bring him to 5 hotels. He's their main Santa when he's here. Mm-hmm. So it also validates that, he's not a deaf Santa for deaf kids. He's Santa. Mm-hmm. And that's neat too, instead of some community basement party where the deaf kids can go see a Santa who signs and he's got a fake beard.
Well, what an encouraging, positive, and uplifting story. And, keeping the magic of Christmas alive.
Yeah.
It's there, you just have to look.
We need this kind of story. Thank you, Dennis.
You're welcome.
Make me feel a little bit better today.
Yeah, 8:49 is the time right now. Let's send it over to our Code Red meteorologist, Greg Bowes.
And who more magical than Santa? I mean, that's just pretty much what it is. Christmas is about, miracles, believing, all those things, and that's what you get right there. I love it. Taking a look here this morning, not much to worry about. Weather is a non-starter when it comes to a conversation you have to have later today. Not much going on. Right side of your screen, we have temperatures that are in the 20s and 30s. We'll be in the 50s later on this afternoon. You can see Lower Broadway. The sun is already beating down on us here. We're going to keep the arrow in the all clear. Temperatures begin to gain a little bit of steam here day by day. Weekend rain, though. A couple of showers on Saturday and Sunday. Very hit and miss both of those days. The best chance for rain, unfortunately, is going to be on Christmas Day itself. I stress the word rain, not ice, not freezing rain, and not snow. Just rain for Christmas Day. Holiday travel today. Maybe you're driving or you have someone coming in from any of these locations, Atlanta, Charlotte, Birmingham. You go to Cincinnati, St. Louis. They're all driving distance, and they're all going to be dry the entire way. Either direction, whether they're coming here or you're going there, you are fine today. Our dog of the day, Piper, sent in by Jane. And yeah, we kind of have the Snoopy situation going on with Piper's colors here this morning. This morning takes us into the 50s later this afternoon, 36 degrees at 9 a.m. But yes, the right side of your screen, we are still cold, but that sunshine is the big dominant feature in our forecast for today, tomorrow, and Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Those isolated rain chances before that more decent chance for some scattered on and off rain morning, afternoon, and evening for Christmas.
Steer clear traffic right now. We want to check back in on the crash that has backed up traffic on I-65 for about 9 miles. Starting to see an improvement here. It does look like TDOT has now opened up one more lane of traffic, so just the right shoulder and the right lane are blocked right now. We do understand there were injuries connected to this crash. We're working to get more details. We'll have them for you at fox17.com throughout the course of the day. And also good news here, that crash that was at I-24 at Bell Road, it has cleared, so traffic is now moving along much better for our friends in Laverne and Antioch.
And next on Fox 17 News, we are getting some more updates on the plane crash in Giles County that took 2 lives. But we now know about the final minutes of that flight. Here's a recap of our top stories this morning. Breaking news out of Laverne, where firefighters say they are working to determine the cause of a deadly RV fire. They responded to the fire that had been caught on a home, that RV right there on Jane Ann Street around 4 o'clock this morning. They say when they went inside, they found a 47-year-old man dead. His name, though, has not been released. We'll continue following any updates and sharing both on air and online as we learn more.
And continuing coverage this morning as the FAA has now released a preliminary report after a deadly single-engine plane crash in Giles County earlier this month. And some of the interesting details here include the fact that the pilot is a woman who had her own YouTube page dedicated to her flight journey. Blaylock, her last name is Blaylock. Jenny Blaylock died along with her father. If you want to read the full report, we've got it for you right now at fox17.com.
Nothing in my department. 50s later on this afternoon, some sunshine. Enjoy your day here on a Wednesday.
Always looking for ways to save you money. Here are today's America's Steals and Deals. Have a great day.
Sponsored by the Big 98, Nashville's #1 for new country and the home of the Bobby Bones Show.
I listened to some of your songs, your early songs that you'd come out with, and now you've got your brand new album out.
I do.
Bad Girl Bible Volume 1. And it's like you're making such big waves in country music in such a short span of time.
I appreciate that. It's all my team and my family and just hard work. I'm thankful.
I love